Umpires are carousing around. We're going to get this thing started. 10:57. Start time's at 11. I'll tell you one thing, Jeff Vance. This will be the first time all year we start a game on time. That's pretty nice.
Maybe a couple minutes early, huh?
Absolutely.
Oh, we're going to do the national anthem.
All right. We're about ready for the first pitch of this ball game. Trevor Lowe leading off for the Dragons here in the top of the first. Like I said before, the Dragons will be the visitors, Allen County the home team. First pitch called strike one.
Special guest. Seriously, come out here.
The windup and the pitch to Lowe. Over below.
And it was low.
That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Dragons' leadoff man playing center field, Trevor Lowe. Jeff, this young fella's really had a nice year. Last time I checked, I believe he's up to 394 on the season. By far his best season as a Dragon.
He's close to 400. There's about 4 kids on the team that's pushing 400 now.
Well, I looked in the paper last night on hits. We have
top 3.
5. We got 5 of the top 10 in the region in number of hits. And I believe in average we got a few. In pitching we got 2. It's been quite a season for the Dragons. 3 balls, 1 strike to Trevor Lowe. The windup in the pitch. Cut on, chops it down at third baseman, cuts it off, throw over.
Throw it away.
He sails it.
Whoa, T-Lo, you better get there.
And he'll get there. That's going to be an E5 on the throw. Made the catch, threw it away, and Trevor Lowe takes second. All right, who's this kid, Jeff? You know him?
This is little pup right here.
There you go. Josh Vance, quite a season he's put together. The junior Mr. Everything for the Dragons. Lowe leads off at second. The pitch to Vance. Shot right to short. Nice play. Long throw. Out at first. Lowe goes to third. He's going to get there. Ball gets away.
He's going to score.
And he's going to score.
Listen at the fans, huh?
Hey, how you like that Warren Central crowd over there? The Dragons jump out 1-0 on the ground out to short. The wild throw from first, and Lowe comes around to score. I'll bring up Klein, the pitch.
Wow.
He corked it down the right field line.
He got chalk. Oh, they called
foul ball.
It looked like chalk flying
Boy,
from
something
here.
flew up down there. I can't tell you what it was.
Hey, we got us a guest coming in right here.
Looky here. We got the big nasty Doug Talby coming in. The big right-hander. There it is. wearing that Bowling Green purple.
He could wear something better than that.
We'll forgive him. Not everybody can be a Dragon, Jeff
I hear
Vance.
you.
What's up, Douglas?
I got him some Dragon gear. Just get him through this year. He'll be wearing Dub C next year.
0-1 decline. Dragons jump out 1-0. Chop wide to third.
Stadium sounds good with metal bats up there, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Look at here, my man John's bringing me the lineup. Thank you, John.
He said he's hitting the starters,
Mm-hmm.
and he's playing the JV in the field.
Good deal. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. A wind up in the pitch decline. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
That don't happen much. I think that was number 10 on the season.
It ain't
for strikeout.
It ain't been many. It's probably been a month since that kid struck out. Look at here, the big show digging in, Shane Waldrop. He's had quite a year with the stick. I believe he's still up over 400.
He is low fours, but he's still in the fours.
A wind up in the pitch. Down the dirt, ball one.
I kind of wish they was going to throw one of their hot dogs today because this is going to hurt us going into Monday.
I think we'll be fine.
I like to see some of that heat coming in there.
They do like the heat, don't they? The pitch. Corks it in the left. He makes the play. He hit that right on the line. That'll do it for the top of the first. Dragons get one on no hits. 2 errors by Allen County. After a half, Dragons lead 1-0. You kill it, so I don't have to do the switch. Let me see. Okay, bottom of the first, about to get underway. Hey, I got a special guest with me today, my good friend Doug Talby. Douglas, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Sean. How you guys doing today?
Doing real good. I mean, look at here. It's Saturday. It's beautiful. Sun out. There's a pitch and corked it in the center. I'm not so sure he shouldn't have caught that. Ball gets by. And I think that was Stovall. Leads off with the base knock.
Yeah, number 15, Devin
He's a good
Stovall.
kid. I like Devin a lot. He's a good young fella.
He's a good pitcher. He's a good baseball player. He's signed with Coach Woody Hunt down at Cumberland University in
Tennessee. That's what I heard
Lebanon,
today.
Tennessee, and Woody's expecting big things out of the kid.
Well, that's awesome. That's a pretty good place to go. Both of us had the chance to play down there in summer ball with our respective teams, and they got a nice place down there.
Good program.
Ball in the dirt.
I played for Woody in 1982 and 1983 before transferring to Western, and he's kept that program at a high level for a long, long time.
Yeah, he's a solid coach. Ball gets by Klein, probably scores a wild pitch, but he probably should have blocked that one. Pitch from Vance, there's strike one. They'll even count 1 ball, 1 strike.
Josh hit 82 right there with a fastball.
They'll wind up in the 1-1 from Vance. Fouled off to the left side.
Took something off that there at about 78. That's one thing about Josh is he's a very smart pitcher. He's going to mix up speeds with all of his pitches, and going to be tough to barrel up on him when he's doing that.
Absolutely. The pitch outside, a little high. That's going to even the count 2-2, I believe. They're getting behind on the board on me. There we go. This is Riggs hitting. He had a nice game over at our place back in April. The 2-2 from Vance. A little bit upstairs. He's going to run it full, Doug Taubey.
Sure does. These two guys here have been playing against each other since they were 9 years old. So payoff pitch right here.
The 3-2 from Vance. Cut on. That's a base hit right by the diving bush at third. That's going to tie the game up at 1. Good piece of hitting right there by Riggs.
Sure was. Took the outside fastball and hit it where it was pitched, and just hit it where they weren't. Good piece of hitting by the lefty.
Here's another fine young fella Allen County has. Got the chance to coach him in the fall a little bit on the Legends, and pretty good little baseball player right here with Seth.
I agree with you, Sean.
He's solid.
I agree with you. I like his game a lot. He's stout. The ball comes off the bat hot. Solid defensively. He's got a bright future in baseball.
And just a sophomore, isn't he, Douglas?
That's correct.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's been catching for Allen County this year. Did a good job both times we played them, and but he can play middle infield. Probably play just about anywhere you need him, to be honest.
Absolutely. I believe he's down to count, 0-2 now?
I think that's correct.
To the belt. The 0-2 from Vance. Just looked like it slipped out of his hand.
A little bit.
I believe that'll run the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Trying to hit a spot there with a breaking pitch. Just got away from him a little taste.
Well, Douglas, the other night, Thursday night, we wasn't able to get the sunshine out for the Purples down here.
Well, that's 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I know.
2 years in a row that we've been canceled down here. But
strike 3 called, throw down. He got him on the head. Oh! I thought he got the tag down on his helmet.
I think
wow.
It's a great pitch by Josh on the strike him out, then the strike him out, throw him out, and I'm going to agree with you. I think that tag was up around the chest to the neck area when he began his slide, and I think the umpire may have missed that one.
I think he did. Who we got down there? Jeff Clark, Dennis Owens, and my buddy Brian Hockman.
That looked like Hawk, wasn't it? Was that?
That's Jeff Clark down there at second. I think he may have missed that one.
A lot of times on that high tag, they just assumed the feet got in, but I think that was enough in front of him that he tagged him before the feet got there.
I'm going to agree with you. With 1 down now, Riggs on second. A little bit outside.
Dylan right here is Josh better pay attention to him because he will certainly attempt to steal third base.
Check of the runner, the pitch. Strike 1 called.
Allen County likes to run. Of course, having a catcher like Jeremy Klein, I think that they won't be able to run maybe as they're accustomed to running on some teams.
I believe Klein is definitely throwing better here in the back half of the season. Kind of had a tender elbow. He was somewhat in the rotation early in the season for the Dragons, which this guy doesn't like, but.
Outstanding changeup right there from Josh Vance. Is this Corey Cooper, I believe, at the plate?
It is. I tell you, this kid can hit it too.
Just doing a nice changeup to the lefty, which is a great pitch to left-handers for Josh.
A little bit low. It's going to run it to 2-2. I tell you what, Doug, we went up to Owensboro, and Josh went the route on, I think, it was a 4-hit shutout last Saturday. It was a beauty.
I heard it was a 3-4 hit shutout, and heard he was really on top of his game.
Look at here.
Got him.
Look at there.
Got him that time.
They do a little pickoff move. King gives open glove. Vance puts it on the screws for the second out.
Looked just the way that Jeff Vance and Sean King drew it up on the chalkboard right there.
I'll tell you what, we done that play many a times practicing it.
I'll tell you, it was perfect. Perfect timing, perfect everything.
And you know what I like about that play, Douglas? He threw the ball and not lobbed it over. That drives me crazy when a pitcher will have the drop on the runner but then not throw it.
It was.
You got to throw it.
It was. He hit the spot. Jake was there. 3-2 pitch. Josh came back on the 2-2 pitch with the that changeup again and was low. Then came back on the fastball there that walked him high.
With 2 down, and hey, my buddy Chris Ogle's getting ready to dig in. Here's another fine young fella.
Sure is. He pitched the second game at our place when we faced him. And
throw over. Dives back in.
He certainly is. He's a fine pitcher and a fine baseball player.
He is. He's a good kid too, Douglas. I've had him the last 3 years in the fall, and Chris is about as good as it gets from a coaching standpoint. Fine young man.
He sure is. I've never had the pleasure to coach him, but I've seen him on the diamond, and I'm just tickled to death after his season. I think ended early last year with an injury.
Yeah, he got hurt before the region, I think it was. Maybe before the district. Pop up. Wally calls it. He makes the catch. That's going to do it for the bottom of the first. Allen County gets a couple hits. They tied up at 1. After 1, we're all tied up. Back in a moment. Hey, we're going to come back early with my friend Doug Talby. Douglas, while we got a moment, let's talk about this 14th district. How do you see this thing playing out?
Well, Sean, I'll tell you, in this district, especially this year, I think you throw out the seedings, and it's going to be about matchups. There's no question. I see, we're going to Bowling Green High. We're going to certainly have our hands full with Warren East. I think Warren East is a fine ball club. I think the Mark Biggs is probably one of the most talented players in the state of Kentucky.
Absolutely.
And so we're going to have our hands full with them. They swing the bats probably as good as any East team that I remember.
Been a while.
It's
a solid team. It's a solid team.
So they've got, and Biggs is not. They've also got they've got the Payne kid, and I know the last time we played them when Biggs pitched against us.
Yeah, it was over at our place.
It was it was over at Warren Central, and I think we must have 5-1.
I think was it 5-1?
I think it's 4. I think it was a 4-1 game, and I think we wore Brandon Beckham out at short. I think we kept hitting ground balls to him all day long.
That young fella, he put on a clinic that day. He made every play.
He had a nice game, and then. So I think it's just going to be whoever shows up, who executes the best. I look for a tight, low-scoring ball game, and in that one, and then the nightcap with Greenwood against your Dragons. That's Greenwood's a really fine hitting team. You all probably got one of the top players in the region on the mound in that one, and Shane Waldrop. He's had an unbelievable year. I think his ERA is below 1.
Oh, it's crazy. It's like a 0.57, I think, is the last number.
He'll be matched up against Jonathan Williams, and it should be a classic. It's going to be.
It ought to be a humdinger.
It should be a great night of baseball, and I'd say one of the best districts in the state of Kentucky this year.
I think so. Well, Douglas, we're going to roll right in the top of the second right here. We got Beckner up at the plate. I tell you what, this kid has swelled up something big this year for the Dragons.
I'll tell you.
And my man behind me, we got a pitching change. Chris Ogles is now on the mound.
29 on the mound.
Tell you what, he can throw it a little bit too, Doug. He's got a real nice changeup.
He pitched a complete game against us at our place, and threw a great ball game. And Preston Beckner, like I said,
mercy.
He has certainly really stepped up and filled a vital role for you guys with his bat.
Absolutely. Last year we graduated. No doubt his finest year in a Dragon uniform with the bat was Chase McKee, and Beckner just picked right up for Chase.
That
and
was-
just, he didn't start that way. Probably halfway through the season, he's hitting 250. And now he's up, like 375 or something, some ridiculous total.
Well, I'll tell
But,
you,
just really picked up his game.
well, that's great. That's great for Preston. He's a good young man, and I'm happy for him and his family. And I'm certainly Chase had an excellent year for you all last year, and
Yes, he did.
Preston has really filled that loss rather nicely.
Yes, he has. The scoreboard says 3-2. Douglas, you think it's 3-2?
I don't think so.
I don't think it was neither.
I think
but
it's maybe 1-2, maybe 2-2.
we'll see what happens right here. I know he's got 2 strikes.
I think it's 2-2. I think.
A wind up in the pitch from Ogles. Chop foul right over by Jacob King on deck.
Preston's a very stout young man, and
He's a strong one.
He's got a good baseball body, nice set of arms on him, and I'm not surprised that he hits with the power that he does.
The pitch from Ogles. Cut on, fouled off to the right side. Let's see if we can get them baseballs back. That thing went up on the roof, didn't it?
Sure did.
You ain't getting that one back.
Ogles topped that one out at about 81. A little power on power here, and we're going to see who wins this battle.
A wind up in the pitch from Ogles. There's a shot in the right field. He ain't going to get it. That's going to go to the wall. Preston Beckner leads off the top of the second with a double.
Nice piece of hitting there. Took the outside fastball, drove it in the gap in right center field. Dylan Riggs got over there in a hurry and picked it up right at the base of the fence and held him to a double.
Yes,
It was
sir.
a good piece of hitting right there. Did exactly with that outside fastball what you're taught to do with it.
That'll bring in Jacob King, a shortstop for the Dragons. With Beckner with a leadoff double, let's see how Hump wants to play this thing. The pitch to King. Outside and low, ball 1.
I think Hump is saying, "Hey,
Hit it.
we're down here at the Hot Rod Stadium today. We've been hot swinging the sticks for a
Yeah.
while now. Let's swing the sticks."
Absolutely. I
I
tell
like
you what.
it. I like it.
I do too. Let him hit. The pitch from Ogles. Upstairs. It's going to run a count to 2 balls and no strike to Jacob King. I'll tell you what, Douglas, I was alluding to the ad, you know how they do the stats in the region. I just don't ever remember a Warren Central team hitting the ball from top to bottom the way this team's hitting it. I mean, I coached over there for a number of years, and you always had 1 or 2 with the Alfonso, the Eric Moores, the Johnny Allers, people like that. But, I mean, this 1 through 6, I mean, all of them are up, 340 to, up over 400. That's a 4-pitch walk to Jacob King.
Sure was.
Well, that's respect for the old teammate. These 2 guys played a little fall ball together. Ogles give him the pass.
I saw that. Ogles had been hitting about 81, 82 there, and I saw to Jacob, he touched 84 a couple times. So that little love for the old teammate.
Absolutely.
And,
you know how it is. You never want one of your old teammates to beat you.
You got it. You got it. But you're right, Sean. Warren Central, I believe, have 5 of the top 10 leaders in hits in the region, which is that is certainly one impressive statistic, which tells you that they've not only swung the bats, but they swung them consistently all season long.
Boone Simmons digs in with the runners on first and second. We got Justin Smith pinch running, I do believe, for Preston Beckner out at second base. Beck's had that knee problem all year, Doug. He fell through a hay wagon. Kind of messed up the season on the mound for him, but it sure ain't messed it up at the plate.
Sure hasn't. It sure has not, and that was unfortunate because I thought I was expecting big things from him on the mound.
I was too. And that really goes to show how big of a season Josh Vance has put together for these Dragons, because Josh has really thrown the ball well all season long.
Well, Josh, he threw the ball well, for the post-23 American Legion team last summer for the Kentucky Colonels, and when he had the opportunity to pitch, and it may have surprised some people, but it certainly didn't surprise.
I'm not surprised.
It did surprise me. He's a gamer.
Doug, he's gotten better every year he's wore that Dragon uniform, and and next year I think will be even better for the young fellow.
Oh, there's no question. He's
check of the runners. The pitch from Ogles. I don't know why he swung at that. It looked like a ball.
84 on a high fastball there. You're going to have to make him bring that one down under the hands.
Absolutely.
But Josh is I agree with you, Josh. It keeps improving every single season, and he keeps doing it for the next year and a half. He's going to have a chance to play some post-high school baseball, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Looks like a little breaking ball maybe in there. What was that? A little
70,
slider
little
maybe?
slide ball at 75. It looked to be
That's
from
good
here.
pitching by Ogles. Take a little something off. That's going to run the count 2-2 to Boone Simmons. Check of the runners. The pitch from Ogles. Swing and a miss. That got him on an outside fastball for the first out.
Good pitch right there, Sean. He blew the 83-mile-an-hour fastball on that outside by Boone there. I'm not sure if Boone was thinking about that breaking ball he just saw and thought he was going to come back and double up on that or not, but it snuck it by him.
Absolutely. I'll bring up my buddy Michael Bush. I tell you what, Douglas, I love this young fellow, the way he plays the game, Michael Bush.
Well,
he has filled a void at third base defensively that we've had for almost a decade at Warren Central. The last third baseman that was a third baseman was probably the man down there flashing the signs, my boy Gibson.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got two young pups there in Michael Bush and Boone Simmons, and I'll tell you, they have stepped up and have just really played beyond their years for the Dragons this year. That's again, like I said, we talked a few minutes ago about Preston Beckner stepping up, but you certainly cannot ever discard the fact that these two guys are freshmen and sophomores and stepping into their first varsity action and just really getting it done for the Dragons.
Doing well. Bush in a hole, 0-2. Runners on first and second for the Dragons. There's a little chopper down to first.
Stepped on the bag, I think.
Stepped on the bag. I believe he called that fair. Did he call it fair or foul?
I think he called that a
fair ball.
Well,
yeah. Well, wait a minute.
Yep.
He called it fair ball.
Must have caught it right on the bag. Must have caught it right on the bag, it looked like.
The runners move up. Now the Dragons got second and third with 2 outs here in the top of the second. We got a 1-1 score. Ogles to the stretch. Here's the pitch. I believe he offered that, and he did. Strike one on Jordan Ward.
I think Chris is starting to get a little loose now. That one there just hit 85.
Starting to goose it up a little bit, isn't
he? Starting to look over and see those runners at second and third and starting to reach back a little bit.
The 0-1. Fouled off to the right side. It's going to run the count to no balls and 2 strikes to Jordan Ward. Douglas, let me tell you a little something about this guy here. He's really come on for the Dragons. He was up around 300 most of the year. I think he's down around 260, 265. But he's taken the role of right field, and he ain't letting it go all year.
Well, again, that's a story you love to see. I believe Jordy's a senior.
Absolutely.
And you love to see a senior step up into that role with senior year and do that. He just Ogie just got a 86.
He blew it right by him, didn't he?
86-mile-an-hour fastball right there, which tops out for the day right there.
Yeah.
It looks like he's getting loose as.
Let's get him out of there. He shut the Dragons down.
Let's get on to the next guy.
After 1.5, we still got all tied up 1-1. Back in a moment. All right, taking the warm-up tosses. We got a pitching change. We got Preston Beckner now on the hill. Hey, out there in broadcast land, I got my buddy, assistant stadiums operation manager for the Bowling Green Hot Rods, Chase Elliott.
How's it going, bud?
How you doing, Chase?
Doing pretty well. Beautiful day out here at the Bowling Green Ballpark. And,
it is a beauty, isn't it?
These guys have a great opportunity to play out here on a pretty sweet field that Ray takes care of. And
absolutely, the grounds crew and everything down here has been first rate. That's our buddy Ray Sayre. We'll throw a little shout out to Ray.
Working all these guys 1 inning today.
Yeah, that's kind of the order of the day, I do believe. First pitch from Beckner. A little bit outside and low. Ball 1. Who we got up for them? I think it's Hobney, isn't it? I believe it is. You tell the number right there, Chase?
10.
Number 10, yeah, Hobney. Well, we got a pretty decent crowd for the high school game. They had a field day, I believe, at Warren Central. Bust a few people in. Fastball outside corner from Beckner. That's going to run the count to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, kind of wondering what the most attended game for a Warren Central High School game would be.
I tell you what, I've seen some good region battles over there over the years that was just standing room only. It was quite a crowd. That's going to even the count 2-2 on the fastball from Beckner. They'll wind up in the pitch. Bounced it in. Going to run it full. Well, Chase, tell me something. What do you do down here for the Hot Rods?
Well, as the stadium operations assistant, I do a lot of the making sure the ballpark's clean after all the games. Do all the ordering for most of the product that we have out here at the ballpark. Cleaning supplies and stuff.
That's going to lead off walk right there. That's something you don't want to do. A lead off free pass to Hobney. And that gets the bottom of the second underway.
On our regular day games, I set the ballpark up for entry. If we're doing giveaways, set tables up. Then also help the groundskeeper out getting the field ready, something I enjoyed.
Now that's the fun part, isn't it?
Did a lot of that stuff in college.
Ground ball. King dives. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. Good effort by King. That ball's going to sneak through.
Just barely got by him just past the edge of his glove there. Yeah, I did a lot of field maintenance in college, and then when I was down in Nashville with the AAA team, I helped the groundskeeper out there a lot. That's the enjoyable part of it.
That's the fun part. We got quite a staff here. Hey, they got first and second on Beckner here in the bottom of the second. Nobody out. Bring in Claiborne. Let's see how they play this thing. Throw down. They got him if we get the tag.
Got him at
Picked
first.
him off at first base.
Good.
Look at there.
Good catch and release by the catcher.
I don't think the first base coach from Allen County is too happy. He's got that stare like, are you crazy? And I hear somebody go, Blue, you're our best fan right there. Thank you. I think he was out from this guy's point of view. Ring him up.
That looks like Yadier Molina if I've never seen one.
How you like that? Klein back there looks like a cat jumping around. That'll run the count 2-0 to Claiborne. 1 out now in the inning. Hobney out at second base. That's 2 pickoffs we had in this inning. We picked the guy off at second from pitcher to short, and now we got catcher to first base. Strike 1 called.
I tell you, those little plays like that at the end of the game add up, and you don't really think about it, but that gets you a few W's throughout the season.
Oh, absolutely. You know, less pitches you got to throw when you're in trouble. It's always a bonus. There's strike 2 called. Looks like he took a little something off that one, coming in there at 79. Chase, tell me about the gun. Is it pretty accurate up there?
Yeah, we actually, after this past season, great.
That's trouble. He corked it into the gap. Right over Trevor Lowe's head. Going to go all the way to the wall. RBI double for Claiborne.
That'll put him up 2-1 here in the top of the second.
Absolutely. Allen County jumps out 2-1 here in the bottom of the second.
Just over the top of his glove in center field.
He picked on a high one there and drove that ball.
Yeah, last season we had the gun a little bit farther to the right and had some of the scouts come in and said it was off about a mile or 2, so we moved it directly behind home plate. And they say it's pretty dead on right now. So.
Well, good deal. The 1 out double from Claiborne. The Patriots are in business, leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the second over the Dragons. That's a good piece of hitting Claiborne pulled out. I mean, he picked on the high hard one and drove it. Thing that kind of surprised Trevor Lowe out there in center.
Yeah, a little different here. Set up, the outfield wall. It's more rounded out at Warren Central here. We got some corners out in right center and got that curved wall in right field. So it's a little different setup. It gets pretty deep out there, 400 in center field.
Absolutely, the deepest field they'll play on, no doubt. I believe this is Weaver in there hitting right now.
Number 14, yeah.
Absolutely. Check of the runner at second. The pitch from Beckner. Strike one called. Hey, when's the last time Beckner pitched, Jeff? It's been a while since this young fellow's pitched. He's pretty much been our DH all year. Swing and a miss.
78.
Threw a little breaking pitch right there, maybe a slide piece. It's going to even the count 2 balls and 2 strikes on Weaver. Yeah, Beckner had the freakish accident, Chase. He fell through a hay wagon right before the season started and hurt and wrenched his knee, and he really hadn't been able to do much defensively. But the young guys really swung a bat for the Dragons.
That DH spot's pretty important deal all the way up, even from high school to the big leagues. I mean, they really utilize those guys that even if they're a little bit hurt, they can still get the bat on the ball.
Absolutely.
Drive in some runs.
He fouled one off there at the plate. I don't know if that got the umpire or what. Check of the runner at second. To the belt. The 2-2 pitch from Beckner. Outside and low. It's going to run it full. That's probably the pitch you want to get him on right there.
Yeah, you don't. Guy on second right here. Could set up the double play if you got the walk, but.
The 3-2 from Beckner.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Chased that ball pretty far outside.
Yes, he
high.
did.
Usually if you can throw it, if you throw it a little high but can get it up, and outside, they'll chase it a lot of times.
With 2 down, that brings in my buddy Stovall, Devin Stovall. The ace right-hander for the Patriots. Quite a pitcher. I don't know if you've got to see him pitch any, Chase. He's a real good competitor for the Patriots. Cuts on the first one, fouls it off into the street. Look out. Strike one, the Stovall. We got a noisy crowd down there, ain't there? A lot of yakking going on.
Oh, yeah. Spread out. Tried to close off the seating bowl a little bit. Didn't want them spread out all over the place, getting everything dirty. So
there you go. Good idea. 1 ball, 1 strike to Stovall. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. The Patriots plate 1 to take the lead 2-1 over the Dragons. Chase, we got district coming up Monday. You going to come out and take a peek?
Ray and I talked about Monday. Right before we start a 13-game homestand on Tuesday. So we're going to try to get out of here Monday and come down to Greenwood and catch y'all's game.
Absolutely. That'd be great. Throw back in behind the runner. King did a good job of just keeping it there.
Yeah, a little short hop. And that'll be a pretty good game out there at Greenwood on Monday.
Yes, it will be. Greenwood's got a great club, and they're hosting the district. So, they're probably feeling some pressure. Mm-hmm. They've been one of the top, 2-3 teams in the region all year.
What seed are they?
They are the 2 seed. We're the 3 seed. Yeah. Unfortunately for the Dragons, we had one little stumble in the season where I think we lost 4 in a row.
Well, it's a really competitive district as well.
It is.
When most of your guys are – only losing 9 games out of the first top 3 seeds.
Yeah.
It's pretty competitive. Losing one here and there.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt you. There's probably several games that got away from you late in the year like this year.
Yes. Stovall draws a 2-out walk. That pitch didn't look too bad, but we really can't say this far up. We're back out here in left center. We got the Steve Stone and Harry Carey seats.
Yeah, we do. There it is up the middle.
Flip over to King at second.
There it is.
Good play by Spence Sheldon. Flip to King, and that's going to end the second. After 2, Patriots 2, Dragons 1. Back in a moment. Mahone? All right.
Eli Weaver goes to the mound now for the Allen County.
I was calling him Dreamweaver over at Warren Central when we played him early in the season, where the Dragons picked up a 7-2 win, I believe. Weaver's on now for the Patriots.
Kind of got that little sidearm throw.
Trevor Lowe leads off this top of the third. He's had some kind of season, Chase. He's up around 390. By far his best season as a Dragon. He's really swelled up. He had games where he's getting multiple hits, 5, 6 games in a row. That's how you get the average up right there.
What year in school is he?
He is a sophomore.
So got 2 more years, good years left.
Fouls off to the right side. That's going to run to 2 balls and 1 strike. I believe he has 7 home runs on the season, don't he, Trevor Lowe? Yeah, he's really showed the long ball this year. We've had several Dragons hit multiple home runs this year. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
Looked like he corked it off the end of the bat, or his hands won.
Well, I tell you, we've played about 6 high school games out here, and your boy Wally's the only one that hit one out. He'll let you know every time you see him.
Every time you see him, he goes, "Hey, you remember I took one deep down at the Hot Rods ballpark?" To 2-2.
Oh,
there's a laser beam. Look at here. Hobney jumps up and takes care of the line drive for the first out here in the top of the third.
I tell Wally every time he brings that home run up, it hit on both sides, going up and going down on the backside. He told me today he was going to take another one deep. I said, well, actually, we moved the fence back 2 inches, so you're probably not going to get it.
Yeah, Waldrop last year hit a mile-high pop-up, drifted down in the corner, and went right in the bullpen. Josh Vance cuts on the first one, fouls it off the tarp down there. Somebody's going to have to go get it, boys.
Yeah.
Let's get a little hop.
I tell you, same way with our Hot Rods game. They all don't volunteer to run over there and pick that ball up and throw it in the crowd or anything.
Yes.
Tries
a little push bunt down third, goes foul. It's going to run it to no balls and 2 strikes on Josh Vance. This young fella's really had a fine year for the Dragons, Josh. He's done well.
Allen County's got number 6 in the bullpen warming up a little bit.
Chopper out to second base. Hobney picks it up, throws him out at first. 2 up, 2 down for the Dragons here in the top of the third. That'll bring in Jeremy Klein. This guy can swing it.
It's a beautiful day out here after the week we've had with off and on rain all week. Grounds crew dealing with the tarp several times over the last 2 days to get these baseball games in.
Nobody on, 2 down. Klein digs in. The wind up in the pitch. Strike 1 called.
Nice little curveball, 65 mile an hour.
He dropped it in there. Weaver gets ahead of Klein, 0-1. The wind up in the 0-1 pitch to Klein. Hey, what's he waiting on?
Yeah.
Strike 2 called. Now he's in a hole, Chase. What are you going to do here with 0-2?
I say you go back to it. I mean, he's got that unique delivery with a little sidearm pitch. Curveball's working pretty good for him.
The wind up in the 0-2 to Klein. Swing and a miss. Klein strikes out again for the 2nd time of the game. I think he says something to the home plate umpire. Probably not the thing you want to do, young fella. You got a game on Monday. My buddy, I believe that's Dennis Owens. He chases him back to the dugout. Dragons go in order after 2.5. Allen County 2, Dragons 1. All right, bottom of the third, rather, about to get underway. Another special guest star on the broadcast, Ray Sayre. How you doing, Ray?
Doing well, sir. Good to be here. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Ray is the head groundskeeper down here at the Bowling Green Ballpark. Ray, the field looks beautiful. You must have had some good help today to get this thing ready.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You can't do it without good help. How about the weather today, man? This is awesome.
It is awesome. It is a beautiful day here in Warren County.
We got a decent little game going here
We
today.
do. Ray, these are probably the two hottest teams in the region right now with the Dragons and the Patriots, and it's fitting to have them play the last game, against each other.
Absolutely.
And it's just a privilege to play it down here. The park is just beautiful. The grass, the dirt.
It's a good place to play some baseball, and we're happy to have both teams here today.
Well, thank you for having us. Did you get anything out of Chase Elliott this morning?
No, not at all. I mean,
the guy shows up late for breakfast. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah.
He didn't set the alarm clock.
He blames it on his roommate. He's a grown man. He needs to wake up on time.
Bush first pitch, they cork it in the right for a base knock. Got to bring in Corey Cooper. This guy can swing it a little bit. Michael Bush is a new pitcher for the Dragons. We're going to go through several right here today, Ray. I think the plan is, every inning a new pitcher. But I didn't know we had 7 pitchers over there in the Dragons dugout.
I think they're pulling them out of the stands today.
Maybe I can get an inning. I like to get an AB. Heck with pitching.
Yeah. I can put a good swing on the ball.
There you go. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Bush. Count no balls and 1 strike on Cooper. Seth Pay led this thing off with a base hit to right. Swing and a miss, strike 2. This freshman right here, Ray, the other night we went up to Glasgow, and this freshman went the distance. We beat him 12-0 in 5, and I think he threw about a 3-hit shutout.
No kidding.
He's just a freshman. Glasgow's one of the stronger teams in our region.
It's always good to have good pitching, and young pitching is good. It'll be there in the future.
Yeah, they'll have him 3 more years to toe the slab over at Warren Central. All right, Chase, give me a little info. We got Boone Simmons down there warming up in the pen for the Dragons. Cooper corks it in the right high. Jordan Ward comes over. He makes the catch. Probably looked a little shaky on that one, didn't he, Ray? The high sky.
I'm just looking up, wondering where the sun is. I don't think the sun was in his eyes.
I don't either. He kind of overran it a little bit, but he makes the catch.
That's all that matters. Make the catch. May have lost it in the clouds. We got some clouds up there today.
That'll bring in Ogles, I believe. Chris, a fine young player for Allen County-Scottsville. He threw the last inning. Or the second inning, rather, I believe, did a good job. First pitch in there, strike 1 called. The 0-1, way outside. It's going to even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ray, tell me about your day down here. What do you do on a typical day when the team is on the road?
Team's on the road. We try to take it easy, but there's always work to be done at the ballpark. We're growing this grass, trying to keep it mowed, and just tweaking little things.
Runner goes. Look at here. Delayed steal. Did you see that?
I did. I like to see stuff like that.
They caught Klein napping behind the plate. Wait a minute. Okay, we got a Kersey runner coming in for the catcher. Seth Pay, good heads-up play by him, takes second base.
Takes away the double play possibility there.
I tell you what, Ray, Allen County's got a lot of good young ball players. They should be, very well next year in the region as well. King jockeying behind the courtesy runner.
A lot of kids at that school.
Yeah, that's the only school in the county, so they get the litter. Now next year here in Warren County, we're going to add a 5th school here in Warren County. That's divvying up some kids right there. Ogle stays alive, fouls it off. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes on Chris Ogles. Yeah, the grass looks unbelievable. You know, coming in last year, the first year down here, this grass looks way better.
Absolutely. Having a full year
Nice and
of
thick
being
and-
able to grow it in makes a world of difference.
Well, you know, we got some sirens in the background.
That's a staple at Bowling Green Ballpark.
I think they're looking for Chase Elliott. I'm not for sure.
I know nothing.
The 2-2 fouls it off to the right side. Ball bouncing around, coming down off the net. Ogle's hanging tough. Look here, our left fielder's looking at the girls.
I don't blame him.
Come on, Tyler Love. Pay attention to the ball game, son. There he goes. The 2-2 to Ogles. Chopped down to third. Vance comes up, makes the play, comes off and tagged. Good play by Waldrop.
Tough play.
He come off the bag, caught it, and reached back and tagged Ogles for the second out of the inning.
These two teams in the same region?
Yes, they are. They're howling down there at Jeff Clark. Now that's Allen County's own Jeff Clark, and they're giving him the
You
business.
think he'd give him the call if it was?
He wasn't on the base.
Well, he wasn't on the base, but he tagged him, bud.
We got a runner on third here.
Yes. 2 down here in the inning, bottom of the third. Patriots lead 2-1 over the Dragons. He fouled it back into the mitt. That's going to run the count to no balls and 2 strikes. On Hobney, playing second base for the Patriots. There's a good block.
Saved a run there.
A lot of catchers want to catch everything. You just got to get that body out in front of it.
Got to throw it in front of the ball. That's all you got to do.
The young right-hander Michael Bush winds up and throws. Pop foul. We'll do the 1-2 again. Ray, this guy's really done a good job for the Dragons this year. Down at third base, he's just grabbed the position, and it's been his pretty much all year. Swing and a miss. He took something off. The gun says 66. He pulled the string on him, didn't he?
Did. That was a good-looking pitch. A little high. Had him swinging.
Swung right through it. After 3, Allen County-Scottsville 2. Warren Central Dragons 1. Back in a moment. All right, Ray, we're going to get the top of the 4th underway. We got the heavy hitter, Preston Beckner, up there.
I'd like to see the Dragons get a few more hits in this game.
Yeah, let's get it going. We got 1 hit so far, and it was Beckner's. He got a leadoff double there in the second. Wasn't able to score him. The 0-1 to Beck.
Oh.
Almost hit him. That's Wally, rather. That's Waldrop up there. Him and Beckner starting to look alike.
That's not always a good thing.
Yeah, we're out here in left center with the bleacher creatures out here.
It's the place to be.
Hey, put that knife up. Man, there's a fight going on out here. What the heck is going on? Look out!
Wally had a nice little line drive out to the left field.
He did. He put it right on the line. He went upstairs with that one. That's going to run to 2 balls and 2 strikes till we call him the Big Show, Shane Waldrop.
You think he'll choke up and just try to put it in play here?
Absolutely not.
No, I didn't figure.
There's a little humpback liner.
Boy.
Falls in for a base hit right over the second baseman's head. We got a leadoff single from Waldrop.
I think he choked up a little bit there.
You think he did?
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
All right, well. Chase Elliott down here flashing the steal for Waldrop. Let's see what Humphrey does. Hey, somebody put a call in for Humphrey. Let's do a hit and run right here.
Who we got up now?
This is the Preston Beckner who
Okay.
earlier I said lined the double in the right center field gap. He's been a strong hitter for the Dragons. The second half of the season, he really turned it on. I think he's got 7 home runs on the season now.
That's not a bad
Yeah, he corked that thing here in the gap. Let's see if they can cut it off. Center fielder Riggs cuts it off. Waldrop's going to go to third. That's going to be the second double of the game for Preston Beckner.
doing a little shopping at the gap today.
How about that?
I like that.
He went to the right center field gap the first
Yes,
time,
sir.
left center field gap this time.
Spraying it around.
Hey,
a little
look
bit.
who's coming in. This is our buddy right here. We got Jacob King coming up next.
Jacob, a 2-star athlete.
What about that? He doubles as a shooting guard for the Dragons, the region champion Dragons in 2010. He had quite a season. The pitch to King. Calls strike 1. Weaver still on the mound for the Patriots. The check of the runners here. Weaver's going from the windup, the pitch to King. Way outside and low. It's going to even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's see if Jake can get a little base hit right here, Ray.
Yeah.
Get us back on the right side of the ledger. The 1-1 to King. Fouled it straight back. That's probably the pitch to do it on.
Now you just got to choke up and put it in play, and hopefully you can put it somewhere to get that runner from third in.
Jacob's usually pretty good about going the other way with 2. Let's see if he can do it again here. Hit a ground ball to second base at least. Get the run home. The pitch. Oh, swing and a miss on a junk ball.
Not a good swing on that one.
Not a good swing at all. Threw him a curveball inside to get him.
I think it fooled him a little bit. He didn't expect it.
That'll bring in another senior, Aaron Hardiman. Pitch to Hardiman. Way outside, almost got by the catcher. Good stop back there by Seth Pay. I believe Seth is still catching. The pitch from Weaver. Strike 1 called. That's going to even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. What do you think, Ray? Would they? Uh-oh. Now, see, this is a dead giveaway.
Yeah,
Do they want him to bunt? Let's just yell down there and bunt.
That's the first thing I would think with a little meeting with the
They
third
probably
base.
said, son, you done missed 3 signs.
Yeah.
Waldrop. Oh, looky here.
I think we
He offered at it.
think everybody in the park knew that was coming.
Yeah. He offered at that one. Strike 2 on the bunt attempt. Waldrop didn't get too far, so it must have been a safety, Ray.
It must have been.
I'm not a big fan of the safety personally.
No. It'd be tough to get.
Look at there, strike
Yeah,
3
strike.
called.
That's tough.
Got to bring in the freshman third baseman, pitcher, Michael Bush. Let's see if Michael can get a big 2-out hit. The wind up in a pitch from Weaver. Strike 1 called.
He's putting it in there. He's giving them chances to swing at it. They just don't seem to want to.
He took a good one right down the middle.
Yeah.
The 0-1 from Weaver to Bush. Oh, swing and a miss. The ball was outside about a foot and a half.
With runners on second and third with no outs, you'd think you'd got a pretty good shot
Yes.
at least getting one of those guys in.
Yeah, you gotta get the ball down somewhere. Don't get carried away, people. Outside and low. It's going to run a count to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Michael Bush. Let's see if he can put it in play right here, Ray. It goes to the little frisbee again. That floats outside. Hey, we got a heckler out here in left center field. Goes there again, Ray. 3 straight pitches now. Same spot.
3-2.
Bush has battled back to run it full. Let's see if he can get a pitch to hit. The 3-2 pitch from Weaver to Bush. Look at here. Corked it into right. That's a base hit for Michael Bush. Preston comes in. He's in there. The Dragons take the lead. Bush into second. He's safe. 2 RBI single by Michael Bush.
Heads up base running to put him in at second.
The throw goes home. Bush takes second. What about the freshman right there, Ray, coming through?
That's a solid 3-2 hit to the right side of the baseball field.
The 2 seniors went down, one swinging and one looking, and the freshman comes in and gets it done for the Dragons. We should be up 3-2. I think they fell asleep at the wheel up at the scoreboard. That's the Allen County crew running the board today.
That's about right.
He probably don't want to put that other crooked number up, does he?
No.
They're all tore up there. We still got 3-2 up there on the board.
Oh, they must have quit.
And they said, I'm out of here. They took the lead. This is BS. I didn't sign up. Oh, now they give us 3 runs.
Attaboy.
Well, leave it there. We may get a third one here. You never know. I have no idea what the count
I
is.
was
Do
just
you?
going to say,
I'm going to say at least 2-0.
I think it's 2-1.
It's like dancing bears out here. The circus has come to town. We'll say 2-0 to Ward. Swing and a miss. I can't see that far. Can you, Ray?
I thought it was 2-1 a second ago, but that's apparently not the case.
My man John tells me it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. He skies it foul. Ow! Hits on top of the roof.
2s apparently tend to be wild on the scoreboard right now.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Let's see if they can get it all together. Usually we'll keep a scorebook, Ray, but today I don't have one with me, so it's kind of hard for me to keep up with all this.
Right.
We're just winging it out here in left center.
That makes it more fun.
Absolutely. A check of the runner, Bush. Oh, Chris Ogle's trying to sneak in behind him. Try a little open glove. Bush is back. The pitch to Ward. Oh, strike 3 looking. Floated one in there. I think it's the same pitch he got Jacob on.
I think it was.
He floated that in there. Hey, the Dragons plate 2. They lead the Patriots 3-2 after 3.5. Back in a moment. All right. Hey, I got my partner in crime back, Jeff Vance.
Finally let me back in.
Hey, Jeffrey, where you been, son?
I've been right behind you, son.
All right. What about that last inning? The young fella Bush with a big 2-run single.
Done exactly what he's supposed to do. 2 strikes. He battled, and drove it into right field.
Yes, he did. He picked up the Dragons right there.
Boone on the mound now.
Yeah, we got some changes, Jeff. Just give them to me as you see them.
I see Klein in left. We got Cardwell in center. JV went behind the plate. I think that's it so far.
That's a foul ball off to the left side. It's going to run the count to no balls and 2 strikes. Who's up there hitting?
I can't tell who it is.
I can't either. That number 12 ought to be.
That's the little first baseman that played against us.
Yeah,
at home.
Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be Woods right there. Ground ball to third. Pick up by Bush. Throw over. Out at first.
Solid. Bush is solid at third
Solid
base.
as a rock, baby.
Bright future ahead of him, dude. Claiborne coming to the plate for.
Hey, he had a big hit last time. Had the double. That played at the second run for the Patriots, rather.
So far, the Dragons thrown 1 pitcher an inning, hadn't they?
Yes, they have. I
Allen
didn't know
County-
we had 7, Jeff.
I think Allen County threw 2.
Weaver threw 2 innings.
Yeah, you're right.
You're going to have to get that one, Klein. Little hop.
They got it.
All right. Somebody's going to get on that ball.
What about your special guest stars today you've had, son? You've had a crew,
Now, I've
haven't
had the crew. My first one was Doug Talby.
you? Mr. Taubes.
You know, Douglas did a lot of coaching in the area, and, you know, my son was able to play for him a few times on some travel ball teams.
Mine as well.
Yeah, and Josh as well, and a lot of the people that's on this field has played for at least one of us one time or another.
I call him the old master, son.
Yes, and then we come in with Chase Elliott from the Hot Rods, and then we come in with Ray Sayre, the head groundskeeper down here. The field looks beautiful.
Dude, the field is awesome.
Wouldn't you like to play on this thing every day if you're a high schooler?
Yeah,
wow.
Me and Todd been talking over there. We need to have a 15th, 14th, 15th all-day adventure up here.
Oh, absolutely.
Bring the 14th district in, the 15th district in, and play them.
Play ball. The 2-2 from Simmons. Corks it in the right. Jordan Ward eyes it. Goes over, makes the play. That's the second out of the inning. So far, so good for the left-hander, Boone Simmons.
You know, it don't look like there's many fans in the stands, but there's when you walk around, there's a bunch of people up there.
Oh, there is. Well, you know, we consider, you know, when we're full at Central, it would fill us up at Central.
Oh, we'd be standing down the line.
Be standing room only.
Yeah.
A wind up in the pitch from Boone.
But, you know, Boone go a couple
Ball
innings if he
one.
gets this out real quick.
Right. All right, now we're cooking. Hey, he bounced it in there. It's going to run it to 2 balls and no strikes.
That Coca-Cola's better than that RC, ain't it, son?
Let me tell you, you get Coca-Cola here at the ballpark. Indeed. The 2-0 from Boone Simmons.
Coke Zero at that.
Well, there's no caffeine. You know how wiry I get, Jeff. You don't need to pump me up any. Jeff, who's hitting up there? Can you see a number?
I believe that's the.
Is that Claiborne?
Yeah, that's the pitcher.
Oh, that's Weaver then.
Yeah.
I was calling him Dream Weaver over at Warren Central.
He made us dream there for a little while, didn't he?
He did. He got Jacob on some sort, I don't know, the shine ball or something. He's going to get a 2-out walk, which drives me crazy. I hate the 2-out walk. Let him hit it.
This is their pitcher right here. This is who's going to be on the hill for them Tuesday night against the Trojans.
All right, 2 down. Is Devin hitting?
Yep.
Devin Stovall, fine player for the Patriots. First pitch in, called strike 1. Attaboy, Boone. They called that a strike, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
They threw a ball up on the scoreboard.
Trevor
You,
coming.
you got to watch those Allen County fans up there. They're working the board tonight, or today rather. Swing and a miss, throw in behind the runner.
Look
back
here,
safely.
JV trying to sneak in and be like Klein, wasn't he?
What about that? We've had 2 pickoffs. One pitcher to short and one catcher to first. We get a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Stovall. The pitch.
Oh, nasty.
He floated that thing in there at 63 miles an hour.
He had to look. He looked back at the board, see what it registered.
Had to run the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Stovall.
I'll never forget.
Fouls it out of play.
I'll never forget the night when Boone came in and made his first varsity appearance this season. You remember that?
Where's we at?
We were at home. Remember, we were down. Boone came in, shut the door, went up.
Oh, that was Glasgow.
That was
Absolutely.
Glasgow.
Player of the game that night
That's
for the
right.
Dragons. The 2-2. Foul it off again. Stovall. We're going to run out of baseballs at this point. Chase, we got any baseballs we can use? There you go. Spoken like a true salesman. I'll sell them to you, Chase says. We're going to do the 2-2 one more time.
The runner was going right there.
It's probably a good thing. If he gets thrown out, you lead back off with Stovall. Throw over.
Whoa!
Whoa! Throws it away. Boy, you saw that one coming, didn't you, Jeff? He's going to go all the way to third.
Attaboy, Wally.
Be careful.
Yourself.
Be careful. Don't even do that.
I told Humphrey I'd put him in bubble wrap, and he gets hurt. Somebody else is getting hurt.
That's a 2-base error right there on the pitcher, Boone Simmons.
Well, what Boone did right there, he seen he didn't have no shot, and he just floated over. Go on, throw the thing.
Yes. Well, the runner did a good job, too, by going in standing up back at the bag where
Wally has to
Waldrop couldn't get around him. The 2-2 to Stovall. Popped it foul again off to the right side. He's hanging there like a hair in a biscuit. He just won't go. He's battling all the way. Weaver leads off a third. The 2-2 to Stovall. Outside, it's going to run it full, Jeff. You know, the first two we got them out quickly.
Yeah, I think I spoke too soon. Said something about Boone. Maybe he'll throw an extra inning. Way he threw 4 or 5 pitches.
I know,
he
he just buzzed right through it early on. Let's see if he can get out of this inning right here on this pitch.
I believe I see some of the basketball team rolling in supporting the Dragons over there.
Foul ball, wide of third. We'll do the 3-2 again. Look at Harwood down there with a little hop down at third. Let me tell you a funny story about Harwood. He got thrown out one time in a JV game over at Warren Central. And the umpire asked him what his name was, and you know what he told him, Jeff?
I ain't no telling. Elvis Presley, probably.
Burt Reynolds. And the guy wrote it down. I never laughed so hard in my life.
Get rid of it, Jake. Get rid of it.
Jake throws it out at first.
Nice
what a play. What a play.
Wally with the splits over big feller got down.
How about that? King in behind the bag at second. Gloves it, throws it. The stretch by the Big Show. And the Dragons get out of it.
That's the big cat, Andres
Galarraga. Was it after 5? Dragons lead 3-2. Back in a moment.
Trevor Lowe leading
How about
off.
that? What, are we in the top of the 6th or the 5th?
Top of the 5th.
Well, they messed me up over there. Yeah, after 4, Dragons lead 3-2. Top 5 getting underway.
Seth Pay on the mound now for
Look
the
at
Patriots.
there.
Look here, look at the Central players. Humphreys brought some goodies to take and throw out to the crowd today.
Oh, good. You know, goodwill.
Attaboy,
There's a
Tito.
shot. There's a base hit. Sharp single to left center for Trevor Lowe.
Trevor ain't feeling too well today. He was kind of sick over there before we started. I told him not to get out here and get hurt.
Well, there's no. If he's sick, let's get him back in the dugout. Let him relax.
He's wanting to pitch.
That sounds like Trevor. All right, I'll bring up Josh Vance. Throw over, back safely. Trevor gets those headaches every now and again, don't he, Jeff?
Yeah.
A little migraine
Yep.
situation.
I think that's where he's concentrating too much.
There you go. The pitch. Look at here, a little dragger. Slashes at it hard. Vance will move up the runner.
Damn, he hit that harder than he did some of his ground balls.
He slashed that one right down the first base line. That'll move up low to second. Let's see if we get Jeremy Klein going here, Jeff. He struck out twice on the day. You know he's chomping at the bit to get a base hit.
I hope he gets going right here.
Lowe leads off second. The pitch to Klein. Down in the dirt.
Nice block by the
Good
catcher.
stop. I don't even know who's back there, but
I don't know, but he used
a good job on that one.
he used his face.
That was about a 55-footer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The 1-0 from Pay to Klein. Swing
away.
and a miss. It gets by the catcher. Low. Oh, my gosh. You won't believe this.
Hey.
Low, the ball gets by the catcher. Low takes third. He does not slow down.
Pay never broke to the plate.
Yeah, Pay never broke to the plate, so it's a foot race from Pay to Low. The catcher throws it to Pay. It gets by him, and Low will score. Wow, guys.
Uh-oh,
A wild pitch. and-
Harwood wants to talk to Seth by himself. Told the catcher, go back to the plate.
Yes, probably a wild pitch and an error, I would think.
Seth knows better than that. He's a catcher by trade.
Yes, he is. The Dragons pick up the gift run, now lead 4-2 here in the top of the 5th.
Come on, Kleiner, get a hold of one right here. Dylan Riggs out here hollering out at his players.
Now, what about that? I tell you, he's a fine young player, isn't he, Jeff?
Yeah.
You got to coach him a few times, didn't
Yeah,
you?
he played for me when he was younger, all through All-Stars, even won a couple summers. Son can fly on the bases.
That ball gets by. Nobody on. Hey, look at here, guys. I get a message from my wife telling me you better take your hat off out there to get some sun on your head. Too late, woman. I put sunscreen all over my body. I don't want to get burned. That hurts like hell when you get a sunburn on your head, by God.
I hear you.
I did that one time on vacation, Jeff. Fancy's rolling down the aisle right here. Somebody stop Jeff.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up there and draw some little emblems on the top of your head. So when we, we put a Dove C on there.
There
so
you go. Give me a little tat up there, huh? All right, the pitch decline.
There's
a
Get
shot.
by, boy.
There's a base hit for Jeremy Klein in the left center.
Going.
That was a good piece of hitting by Jeremy. With one out, we bring up the big show, Waldrop.
Well, I hope the big show's on Monday night.
Oh,
I guarantee
me
you
too.
that. If we can get the big show on his game Monday night,
Tell you what, Jeff, if he's on, he's awful hard to beat, isn't he?
he's hard to beat. You know, his one loss that he had in district play against Bowling Green, I still to this day say we catch that baseball in right field, we win that baseball
We
game.
probably do. We had a 3-base error, cleared the bases.
Count was in their favor, 3-2. They were running on the pitch.
Yeah, 2 down, 3-2, and Ball got by Ward, and the Purples played it all three and ended up winning that game 7-6, I believe.
Whoa.
A little high and tight from Seth.
You know, regardless of what happens Monday night, Central's had a good season this year. I know Humphreys didn't expect to end up with 25 victories on the season, possible 26 today.
Absolutely.
You know, he knowed. Look here.
That thing's off the end of the bat, and it's going to go into right field.
Look at Klein.
Look
going
here,
to
look
third.
here, look here. You better get down, and he does. A base hit.
Look at Wally going to second.
Oh,
You
he may
get
be
hurt.
out right here.
Hey, what a slide. What a slide by the Big Show.
I know they're not going to be happy, but I got my man Dick Talby behind me saying that is a good call. What did he do there, Doug? Went to the outside of the bag.
And laid all the way down.
That was a good hustle play by the speedster Shane Waldrop.
Get Shane off there, attaboy. Let's
There
get
you
somebody in there running.
He hit that thing right off the end of the bat, didn't he,
You know
Jeff?
what I'm going to tell you? He's had several hits.
Oh,
that
he
this
has.
year. He's been the lucky dragon of the year.
He has. I tell you what, to hit over 400 all year, that's what it takes, don't it,
You got to
Jeff?
have luck. You're exactly
You
right.
got to have some luck.
I can tell you that firsthand.
All right, I'll bring in Beckner. Boy, it's a big spot for Beckner. Base hit right here, put some distance. Dragons lead 4-2 here in the top of the fifth.
Scott Allen kind of bringing the defense in.
They are. Who we got out there running? Sweat? Austin Sweat's running
Sweat's
for Waldrop at second.
Klein's still at third. He's in left field now, so
Yes.
he's going to let him run.
I would probably run him anyway, wouldn't you, Jeff?
Oh,
Klein, he's a good base runner.
Yeah, smart on the bases. Of course, he was taught well.
There you go.
And look here.
Look here, wild pitch, going to get a run in.
I bet Seth covers the mound this time. I mean the plate. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. A wild pitch in the dirt, gets by the catcher. That'll plate the second run of the inning for the Dragons. Infield still in. Dragons now lead 5-2. Sweat taking the lead off the third. Let's see if Beckner can get his job done right here and get this run home.
King, was the last game we played against Glasgow? Was that our last?
Yes, that was it.
I missed it.
Jeff,
I had to
tell
work,
you.
but I had
It was
text,
crazy. It was crazy.
text after text after text, and I was like, somebody's fooling with me. Home run, home run, home run.
We had 3 2-run homers in the first inning off Mikey Glass. I mean, you know, that's a pretty solid pitcher over there for the Scotties.
They said he was throwing the ball well. So
Oh, he was bringing it.
After somebody hit one, he'd look at the dugout and just give them the hands up. I
Yeah.
don't know what happened.
Yeah. And then later on, we had a home run from Trevor Lowe and then one from Beckner.
Whoa!
Oh! He ain't happy with that one. That crowned him right in the head. That got Beckner right in the head.
Seth would by no means throw it anybody.
Oh, absolutely not. I wouldn't think that for a minute. That fastball got away from him.
But I can tell you right now, old big country Preston Beckner, I sure wouldn't want no part of that.
I'll tell you what, he's an ornery devil, isn't he?
I sure wouldn't want no part of that.
We're going to have a pitching change right here. That'll do it for Seth Pay. Normally a catcher. Probably want to come out and just throw off this mound.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Doug Talby tells me, is it number 34?
Yep.
That'll be McKinley Mitchell,
Yep.
the junior right-hand pitcher for the Patriots. Hey, while they're making this change, we're going to take a break. Back in a moment.
at Wally over there doing it.
All right, here we go. All right, Jeff, let's see if Jacob King can get a base hit right here.
Base hit right here. Let's see what happens. We score another run.
Runners on the corners for the Dragons, 1 out. King at the plate. The pitch from Mitchell. Bounces in, gets away. That's going to get a run in. Allen County's having all kinds of trouble covering home.
Again, they don't have Seth. They don't have Seth behind the plate either.
Yeah,
that
that ball bounces away, and the pitchers are just kind of halfway getting in there. That cost them earlier with Trevor Lowe taking the liberties, getting the 4th run for the Dragons. Beckner moves up to second. 1-0 to King coming.
Wow.
Well, he called that a strike. He reached a long way to get that one.
He must have been sitting up on the inner half of the plate big time.
I hope that's what it was. Now, even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike to Jacob. The check of Beckner. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled off to the right side. That'll run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jacob King. Come on, Jacob, get you a knock. Beckner gets a lead off a second. The 1-2 from Mitchell to King. Down the dirt. Catcher holds the runner at second on that one. Now even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jacob King. Dragons opened it up a little bit with 5 runs in the last 2 innings. Now they lead 6-2 over the Patriots. The 2-2 to King.
There it is.
There it is. There's a base hit right in the left center. That should be able to get the RBI home.
You got to run on
Beckner's
Riggs.
rumbling. Jacob's going to take second.
Good boy, Jake.
Good job. RBI single for Jacob King. Now the Dragons lead. Is it 7-2?
7-2.
7-2. A good bit of hitting. He takes second on the throw home.
I say after this bottom half of the inning, we get some of the younger guys out here and let them roll in this field a little bit.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I thought we were going to play a whole different group in the field.
I think he's
going
what he's saying. He's going to later, but let's start a little earlier.
Yeah. You want to get the game going and get it to a spot where you can do it. I don't know about you, Jeff, but as long as they're keeping score, old King won to win.
Hey.
Douglas,
talking to me,
you agree on that one,
I'm
too?
the biggest sore loser in Bowling Green.
We got 3 of the biggest sore losers right here together, don't
right.
we? No, that was a good thing. We were fortunate, wasn't we? Dragons lead this thing. They got 8-2 up there.
That's all right. I'll take that.
Is it 8-2?
Yeah,
guys?
Preston scored and Sweat scored. That's
okay.
Right. Oh, 7-2.
7-2.
Hey, we
we got dancing bears up there. You got to watch those Allen County folks up there.
No, I ain't gonna say
I'll tell you what, I like going down there and playing some basketball. You ever get down there, Doug, and watch a basketball game? It is an intense environment.
Look out, Booner.
Boone, is that Boone? Corks it in the right. Let's see if King tags. He's going to tag. And he'll make it to third.
I know King's got wheels, son.
What about that? That's a good baseball play. Moves up to 90. Pass ball or something can score him, an error, anything.
We got Bush now coming to the plate.
So far, that's the biggest hit of the game right there. The Michael Bush 2 out, 2 RBI single. Back in the 4th to give us a 3-2 lead at the time. Pitch outside from Mitchell. 1 ball, no strikes on Michael Bush. King leads from third.
Whoa.
Fouled it straight back.
That's a little floater right there.
Now even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike to Michael Bush. This kid's got a bright future, don't he, Jeff?
Sure does.
The pitch to Bush. Downstairs. That'll run the count to 2-1. Two one to Michael Bush. Down and in. That'll run the count to 3-1.
King, can we build us a deck at Central like this next year so we can sit out on the deck out there?
I'll tell you what, that'd be something, wouldn't it? Bush cuts on it, fouls it straight back. That'll run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
The only thing, if we go to the outfield, we're going to have to put an air conditioner out there, too.
True. Well, you got to remember, Jeff, we start these games early in March, late March now. It used to be April.
Then. Let's get the heater
We got to get the heater out there first, I believe. The 3-2 to Bush.
Kids had a good day at the plate.
Bush has done a fine job at the plate.
Here's one of the biggest key contributors to the Dragons' season this year, in my opinion. He hasn't
Jordan Ward.
He hasn't been by far the best player, but he has been, in my opinion, the biggest improved player that we've had
Absolutely.
this year.
I don't know if we give that award, but if we do, it ought to go to him.
He's filled that spot in right field. Quiet kid. He never says nothing, just goes and plays.
Just plays ball, don't he? Dragons now got him on the corners with 2 down. They played 4 runs in the inning. Let's go, Jordy. Get you a hit, buddy.
Kinger, on senior night, what was some of the most memorable moments that the players said that they remember throughout their career? Last year's district win against the Purples? Is that sweeping the Purples?
Well, I got to tell you, Jeff, my son kind of hit me below the belt. He threw one out there by his old man coaching him.
I seen the tears.
Kind of caught me off guard there.
I seen you fighting the tears.
I got a tear in my eye because I tell you, I really enjoyed coaching up there the time I had to do it. It was fun.
I had tears in my eyes the whole time.
It's been a quick 4 years.
I hate
well, Doug, my bud Doug Talby, his Rhino's a senior. Doug, has it been a quick 4 years? I mean, it's just flown by. I hope it slows down because, I'm not getting any younger here. Let's back it down a little bit. We're not old as Jeff Vance, but we're close.
Yeah. I'm a young pup compared to you guys.
Look at there. Ward draws the walk. That's going to load the bases.
For Trevor Lowe.
Let's see if T-Lo can get one out here on the party deck. I'm calling a shot right here on the air. I believe T-Lo's going to hit one.
Get down.
We're going to change pitchers. Hey, the second changing of the pitcher of the inning. Dragons got them loaded. They played 4 in the inning. Now they lead 7-2 over Allen County-Scottsville Patriots. We'll come back in a moment, finish out the inning. All right, here we go. The pitching change's been made. Bases full of Dragons. Hey, looky here. We got a third man in the booth, Doug Talby. Where you at, Doug? Let's talk to me.
I'm right back here.
All right. We got the three-headed monster here, Vance, Talby, and King. Look out.
Mastermind, son.
The masters of disasters right here. Who we got up there, Lowe?
Trevor Lowe.
I'd like to see a long one out of Lowe right here.
You called it. Don't back off of it
I'm
now,
not
big
going
guy.
to. I think he can do it. He's hit some shots this year.
Whoa.
That'll run the count to 2 balls and 1 strikes to Trevor Lowe.
Tobbs, is it hot enough for you, son?
It is. It definitely has warmed up. It was about 75 on the commute over this mid-morning, but as the days went on, I'd say it's probably above 80 degrees at this point.
Absolutely.
They're calling for tomorrow to be the warmest day of the year so far.
Yeah,
Supposed to hit 90.
We're pushing 90 tomorrow. The 3-1 to Lowe. Chopper to short. Oglesfields throws the first. Out at first. That will end the top of the 5th. The Dragons plate 4. Now they lead 7-2 over the Patriots.
I think the Dragons hit for about 45 minutes there and a couple pitching changes.
They did. They went through 3 pitchers.
It was a long half inning.
It was. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th here in a moment. Hey, looky here. We got an in-game interview with the head coach of the Warren Central Dragons, Shane Humphrey. What are you doing, buddy?
I just come out here to see how y'all were doing out here in Left Little Beechers.
Hey, I feel like Harry Carey and Steve Stone, and who else did the Cubbies have? Dwayne Stats. That's who Talby is today. Talby's Dwayne Stats. What do you think about the game so far?
It's been a good game. We're going a little bit unconventional today. We're just keeping the state 9 on batting, but we're trying to get everybody in at the ballpark today, let them experience this nice atmosphere we got here at the Hot Rod Stadium.
Well, it's a beautiful ballpark, isn't it, Shane?
Oh, yeah. Nice. I wouldn't mind this being my home park.
Well, I tell you, I wonder if we can sign a lease over here where we could slip in when they're on the road.
That'd be nice.
So far, you got Boone in there right now. We started off with Josh Vance, and then Beckner, and then Boone. That's been our lineup so far.
Yeah, we got Boone pitching off to the Riggs kid. We're going to let him pitch to him, and then we're going to make a pitching change. I'm going to have to call Chase out on that one and see if it's all right with him. And,
okay.
We're going to bring Trevor in. So we got the lefty-on-lefty matchup here, and then we'll go righty-on-righty.
I hear you. Hey, let's see if Trevor won't pitch like his hair's on fire.
Oh, Lordy. Might be.
Thanks, Hump. All right. We got it all going here at the ballpark today. The bottom of the 5th gets underway with a swing and strike. Riggs batting for the Patriots to lead off the bottom of the 5th. The 0-1. Way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. I tell you what, we got everything going out here, don't we, Douglas?
I'll tell you what, it's pretty impressive. I'll tell you one thing, you guys are certainly getting your money's worth today.
Riggs cuts on it, fouls it off by the Dragons dugout. That'll run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'll tell you what, they started this broadcast thing, and they asked me once. I told them no way, but it's been fun. I got a blast with this thing.
Well,
I should have done this 2 years ago. I've been more relaxed watching these guys play.
I think you are definitely a natural.
It is hilarious up here. I got my buddy Vance, and hey, looky here, we got you special guests. We had Ray, Chase, and then on Monday I got the baseball guru of the area, Rick Alfonso's going to come on with me.
Oh.
What about that? Ricky the Cat going to make an appearance.
There you go.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. We'll get some old stories going and see if he can still remember them.
Humphreys ain't joking. He's
No.
going out and taking. He let Boone throw to the lefty. Now he's bringing in Trevor.
Look at here. We got Tony LaRussa, a.k.a. Shane Humphrey. Humphrey's going to make a pitching change here.
I think he got kidnapped when he came out here to make the pitching change, and he was just now getting back to the dugout in time to make it, I believe.
Yeah, somebody's staying. I don't know who it is.
No, he thought Trevor was in the pen. But
Okay.
Gibson called me and said Trevor's in the dugout getting sick.
All right, Love. We're going to go with Tilo here in the bottom of the 5th. Love come bolting out like he was going to get the mound. I think he may have the next inning.
He gets the next one.
There's a rumor that the King Boy wanted to throw an inning.
He asked.
I don't. If he does it, he does it. I mean,
asked.
he's 18. What can I do?
He
I can just
asked.
beat the crap out of him when he gets home. That's about all I can do.
He asked. I heard him down there talking about it.
I think it'd be hilarious. I tell you what, that was a big loss for us, Doug. You know, you got to face Jacob over the years. As he's gotten older, he got stronger, throws the ball harder. He got hurt in between that freshman-sophomore season with the elbow, the ligament problem, and we just didn't think it was worth risking. You know, we rested the whole year, and sophomore season was a tough year to throw for him.
Yeah, that is a tough break. I hate to see that happen to any kid, and Jake was one of those guys that certainly, as his body matured and he got bigger and stronger, he would have just kept increasing his velocity. He's always had very good arm action, always could throw strikes, and there was no reason to think he wouldn't have been an excellent pitcher at this point.
Absolutely.
Well, it'd been huge for us as a senior this year to
sure.
just have that extra arm.
Yeah.
Well, he could have been a kid to close or whatever you want him to do.
Right.
All right, we
I
got
agree.
Tilo. Cut on foul off the right side.
Trevor come in first pitch 81.
If he could ever figure out how to slow himself down and just relax on the mound, Trevor, he'll be some kind of pitcher. You know, he's getting more and more time on the bump, and that's what he needs.
85 on that one.
He's got an arm on him.
Now, Trevor's always had a very good arm action since he's been 5 years old. First time I saw him, and had the privilege of coaching him when he was 5, and I can't sit here and tell you. I went home that day and told my wife. I said he's a natural baseball player. And
He is.
I think that's proved to be the point.
I tell you what, Doug, you look out here and look how many kids the three of us have coached at one time or another. I mean, it's a slew.
86 on the gun.
I mean, from both teams. For me, I've got kids over in Allen County's dugout. I know you and Vancy's got them.
Yep.
I got a kid at East. I got a bunch at Greenwood I've coached over the years. I mean, there's just all kinds of young fellows that we've had the privilege to coach throughout the year.
We sure have. It probably says that we've been around a long time more than anything, but it certainly has been a privilege to coach some of these young men and watch them grow up and mature, and I certainly wish them good luck as they get on out of high school and move on to their life after high school, and hopefully some of them will get to play some post-high school baseball, and I just wish them good luck in everything they choose to do.
Amen to that, brother. We got a bunch of good young fellows playing this game.
You know, there's several of those kids that's going to college, not only as a baseball player, but just to better themselves in life. And
Yeah.
We all seen that when they were growing up. We knew which kids wanted to do what and make themselves somebody one day.
And you hope, they get to play this game and learn a little something about the life. That's the good coaches do that. They teach you a little something outside the lines, and you never forget it,
Well, I think that's something we all done. We didn't just teach the game. We also taught them, looking towards the future for each one of them.
Absolutely.
Well, I had this conversation with a couple of my lunch buddies, Jack Downing and Rick Adams.
There you go.
Yesterday, and I was talking about, as a coach, I think one of your primary responsibilities is to believe in your players, and in turn they will believe in themselves. And
True.
I've been around us three long enough and have seen us three coach. I know that was probably the backbone of our philosophy at the end of the day.
No doubt about it.
And I'm just a big believer in you have to show the kids you believe in them, and in turn you might be surprised at what they can accomplish.
No doubt about that. We got a 2-2 count. That's Cooper up there, isn't it, Jeffrey?
Yeah, it's Cooper.
I like the way that guy plays. He's had some big hits over the years.
Corey's a good left-handed stick, and when he's in one of his hot streaks, he certainly can. He takes Allen County from a good team to a really good team.
Absolutely. The wind up in the pitch from Lowe. Look at there, the two out walk again.
No, that's the only thing Trevor's got to work on, and he doesn't pitch enough to work on it. But Trevor's got to get his same motion.
Yes.
He never does nothing same twice. At anything.
At any point
batting,
in time.
pitching, anytime. But on the mound, it's a big key to being able to pitch and go through the same routine.
Who we got up there, Ogles?
Yeah, it looks like Ogles at the plate.
The two out walk. Looks like that ball got by
Josh.
Josh is catching now. I think they got crossed up, Jeffrey. Looked like he kind of stabbed at it.
Again, with Trevor on the mound, you just hope you catch it.
Cooper moves up to second base with two down here in the bottom of the fifth. Dragons lead 7-2. Trevor to the belt. The pitch.
Wow.
Right off the face of the dugout. Look out.
Good thing for the net.
I tell you, he don't mess around, does he, Doug? He just gets it and pitches it.
Well, as a defensive player, I think I would have enjoyed
Sure
playing behind someone who gets it and goes where you can just stay in rhythm and not fall asleep out there.
Ogles corks one into right center. Oh, look here. We miscommunicated on that one, guys.
That's one of the younger kids out there.
Yeah.
It's Cardwell.
Cardwell's got to take control of that one. It's going to be an RBI single for Ogles.
He's got to catch that baseball.
He's got to catch that. He kind of looked for his right fielder to come save him on that one.
Hey, you're the center fielder. You call that. You're the center fielder.
Hey, we got an angry fan up here.
No, he's looking at Jeremy. He's looking at Jeremy like he called it. Center fielder's got control of that ball.
Yeah.
He wants to play there. Let's play it right.
Yep. He's got to take control, don't he, Douglas?
Absolutely.
You're the captain of the outfield. You got to call it.
I mean, it may possibly have to play there next year, so we got to get him into where we need him.
That's a good opportunity for the young man to right now to coach him up and get him taking proper angles. And if you're going to play center field, you definitely have got to be in charge with all your other outfielders and any infielders coming out your way.
And you know, Doug, on that statement you just said, coming into the season, Trevor moved over to center for the Dragons, and probably early on, we had to get used to that. We had Quentin Smith there the last 3 years, and Q did an excellent job in center field for us. He could cover from gap to gap. He was a fine center fielder. So I mean, like you said, you have to take control when you're out there.
Yeah, it's your show, and like I said, you've got to be in charge.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. That's going to do it for the bottom of the fifth. After 5, Dragons lead 7-3. Back in a moment. I'll tell you what. Top of the sixth getting underway. Dragons lead this thing 7-3 over the Patriots of Allen County. Who we got in there, Joshua?
JV.
Josh Vance. Let's see if he can get a knock right here. Fouls it off to the left side. It's going to run the count 0-2.
This little Allen County pitcher right here, Sean, he seems to pitch in the mode of Trevor Lowe. I think he likes to get it right back and get on there and get on the mound and throw it.
Get it and pitch it.
Mm-hmm.
What is that, number 16 out there, guys?
Yeah.
Michael Carter. Is that his name?
That's it. The freshman. Just a little bit outside on that one.
Ball 4. Ball 8. How they laying off pitching?
Look like Ricky Vaughn.
Well, JV, get a hit right here.
The 1-2 to Josh Vance from Carter. Corks it foul off the left side.
Hey, we got it. Look here at the crowd going after
They're going after the ball. One of the hot rod staff's going to pick it up and give it to the young fella.
He wants to be on TV.
Look at here. I thought he had him one.
That's what he's got to learn.
That's a good
That's what he's
piece
got
of
to learn
hitting.
to do right there.
Yes, he does.
He learns to do that, he'll be fine at the next level.
We were discussing that, Doug, on a few games ago, me and Jeff, about Josh hitting the other way with 2 strikes and doing those sort of things. That's something that he improves upon, will help him immensely at the next level.
Well, Jeff and I had the conversation earlier today. At that point, when a pitcher gets you 2 strikes and he's ahead in the count, he's going to be trying to throw to a spot. And that spot's usually going to be away on the black. And so you've got to learn to, you have to understand that, number one, as a hitter. And then number 2, you've got to be able to take that pitch and hit it where it's pitched.
Absolutely. The 3-2.
Good swing.
Right back up the middle. Carter snags it out at first. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. That'll bring up Jeremy Klein. I believe he's 1 for 3 on the day. Got a base hit his last time. Douglas, what do you think about this receiver right here for the Dragons? What do you think his future holds?
I think Jeremy has a ton of ability. I think he's probably been hampered a little bit this year, I think, with a sore arm.
Yes.
Behind the plate. But he does a lot of positive things. I think he's got a nice quick release. I think he runs very good.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's an extremely talented hitter at the plate.
I think that's a strong suit.
I think
the hitting will get better and better.
I think he's very talented. As far as receiving relationships with pitchers and things, I haven't been around him enough to understand that, to project that at the next level. But he's certainly got a lot of tools to work with, and I think he gets with the right situation. I look for him to keep progressing onto the next level.
The pitch decline. Floated that thing in there.
66 mile an hour off-speed pitch right there.
That's a nice pitch from Carter. That's a big kid out there on the bump, isn't it, guys, for a freshman?
He's got a good body on him.
The 0-2. Grounded down to third. Omni picks it up, throws over to first. Out at first. 2 up, 2 down for the Dragons here in the top of the 6th.
It's the same pitch. I believe he's got a little movement. It appears to me I'm picking up a little movement. His ball is tailing away from lefties and into righties, and that one tailed in on Jeremy's hands a little bit. It looked to me like so the pitcher definitely's got a little movement going here on his fastball.
That's a nice pitch. That'll bring up Shane Waldrop. Let's see if Wally can keep the inning alive. They'll wind up in the pitch. Yeah, see, that thing's cutting in on him, isn't it, Douglas?
Yeah,
he's dropping. So. He's dropping down a little bit on his motion.
I tell you what, Doug, I don't know if you made it over, but we played the Marshall County Marshals, and I can't recall the kid's name, but that was the nastiest cutter I've seen in high school in a long time.
I think I heard about him. Is that the big lefty from Marshall?
He's the big right-hander.
Right-hander, okay, right-hander.
And I mean,
okay.
this kid, I heard he was getting looks from Murray State, wasn't he, Jeff, at one point? This kid, I mean, we got shut out 2-0, and that's pretty hard to do with this lineup.
Sure is.
I think that's the only shutout of the whole season was that game. We got shut out 2-0.
Well, the great Mariano
Rivera
has made a living with that cutter, and some guys.
Hey, Wally corks it in the right. They're going to make a play on it. Weaver hauls it in for the third out. After 5.5, Dragons lead this thing 7-3 over the Patriots. Back in a moment.
Here goes some of the boys going to throw out.
All right, I bring in Woods. The bottom of the sixth, about to get underway. Dragons lead this thing 7-3 over the Patriots. The pitch from Lowe.
Looks like Austin Sweat entered the game at second. Michael Woods in the left field.
Everything else the same, Jeffrey?
Everything else looks to be the same.
All righty. The 1-0 from Lowe. Swing and a miss.
Helped him on that one, didn't he?
Well, he did, didn't he? Doug, that's the kind of swing that used to drive me nuts when I coached. I mean, you're up 1-0. I mean, you're not looking the spot you need to be looking at. And he got it there again. That looked like about hit him and he swung at it.
Yeah, that when you're hitting the count, you certainly should be looking for something on the probably most guys on the inner half that they can hit hard.
Absolutely. We got a 2-2 count now on Woods. They'll wind up in a 2-2 from Lowe. Shot out to short. King gloves. Long throw. Out at first. Look at the scoop by Waldrop.
Look, Andres Galarraga, the big cat.
I guarantee you Jacob's thinking right now, that's the first time he's ever done that. He saved him on that one, didn't he, Douglas?
He sure did. He sure did. Jake did a good job getting to the ball and got it over there, and a very good pickup over there by Shane. Good job.
One out here in the bottom of the sixth.
Nice 84-mile-an-hour fastball right there, located. Good pitch.
That's something I just think Trevor's going to get better and better with more experience, guys.
You know, one thing people don't realize, Trevor's just a sophomore guy.
Yes, he is.
He's same age as all these guys playing growing up, but he's still a year behind on the grade level.
Yeah, that's going to be big for the Dragons to have him the next 2 years.
The last breaking ball he just threw there was 73. And 73 miles an hour. That's average breaking ball at the Division I level.
That's not bad at all, is it, Douglas?
No.
Hey, Bo. The pitch from Lowe. It's going to run the count to 2-2. Who we got up there hitting, guys? Is it Claiborne?
It's Hobdy. I think it's. I can't tell if it's Hobdy or.
Well, Woods hit, and then I think it was Claiborne.
Yeah, you're right. That was Claiborne.
Number 12.
No.
No, it was 18. That was
16
Claiborne.
or 18.
Yeah,
That was Claiborne.
That was Claiborne. All right, I'll bring in Weaver. Harwood's pretty much staying with his lineup, his normal every day with the stick.
Well, he said that's what both coaches talked about before. They wanted to keep their hitting lineup set for district play, and let the other guys get in defensively. Although Humphreys has a couple of the guys get in and bat. Hardeman's got in the swing.
Two balls, no strikes on Weaver. Now, see, that's the one thing that he needs to work on as he goes forward, Doug and Jeff, that he's got to make the adjustment. He's thrown a couple pitches in the same spot. You know, let's make the quick adjustment, get back on the beam.
Well, as a pitcher sometimes, Sean, it's easy to lose your concentration, especially when you retire the first two batters of an inning. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the last inning he retired the first two, then had a two-out walk.
Yes.
That came back to score. And now he has he just hit a guy there on the 3-0 pitch. So that's just being young and not enough pitching reps at this point. But he'll learn from it.
You know, one thing that I think hurt a little bit is Trevor played basketball this past winter, and in the early season workouts, you know, he was doing the basketball thing where all the other guys were getting their running in, getting their throwing in.
Hey, Stovall corks it in the right, long run for Klein.
Makes the play, dude.
And he makes the catch.
Makes a dive.
What about that?
Good catch.
You know, that's something that the next level guys are gonna see out of Jeremy also. He's not only behind the plate type of guy.
That's kind of what I was thinking all along. Let's stay here, guys, and let's talk about some of these guys.
Well, that right there was a fine catch, and to touch a little bit more on that point, with Jeremy's speed, Jeremy's going to have some other options besides behind the plate, and the way he swings the bat, you know, at the next level.
I think with his arm, Doug, a corner position like right field, you know, he progresses and his arm gets better and better and better. You could see it. You could see him out there. You really could.
Yeah, I like his arm. Jeremy, I had the privilege of coaching Jeremy in Little League, and you know, from what I've seen out of him, and you guys certainly seen him more, but Jeremy's always had a pretty accurate arm.
Yes, he has.
And that's going to project very good at the next level, because you got to be able to throw it where you're trying to throw it to, because it's as you guys know, baseball, the old game of inches thing, it really does come into play.
It comes back and bites you every time.
To touch a little bit on the Trevor Lowe situation there, talking about you know, playing basketball, and that's certainly, you know, I would never ever tell a kid, you know, don't do this or don't do that, but I will tell you this: if you are a pitcher, you need to be throwing as soon as you get back from Christmas break. You need to start working your you need to be throwing and conditioning your arm if you're going to be ready to go by the middle of March when the games start.
That's true.
And
you know, you're just not able to build any arm strength if you don't do that.
No, well, if you're going to do it properly, you've got to be doing it during that time. You've got to start out at 15 pitches, work your way to 20, 25, 25, 35, 40, 35, 45. You know, and every week keep progressing up to when the season starts. You know, you're ready to take it into the 70 and 80 pitch count.
You know, that's something that Humphrey has done a good job with the pitchers the last couple of years. This past year, we even got back in the pool. You know, we missed a year with the pool, but this past year we got back in the pool, and I think that helps your pitchers also.
Oh,
sure does.
I like the swimming pool. I like the heavy jump rope for pitchers building their shoulder muscles. But the main thing is to work your way up and condition your arm and do it properly and do it slowly.
All right, guys, we're getting ready to get to the top of the 7th.
Let's talk a little bit about Preston. Preston ain't got an opportunity to be on the mound much, but he's the same deal as Trevor. He had the bum knee to start off the season.
Yes, he got behind the 8 ball early, didn't he?
You know, and that was our backup catcher going into the year, and that's hurt us a little bit. Josh has filled in well, but
we got Woods on the mound now, guys.
Tracy Woods, I think's his name.
Well, I'll tell you,
that was a big leaguer, wasn't it? Tracy Woods played for the Reds, I think, the Dodgers. Played a little bit for the Cardinals, didn't he, Tracy Woods?
Tracy Woods.
What about that?
I believe you may be right.
Yeah, I think going in, guys, we were thinking
Preston Bear number 2.
Number 2 is what, cause just because from a defense side of the ball, I know coaching, I hate moving my infield around. I knew what Josh could give us in the middle infield. He's a solid player. So with him going down, JV really stepped up for us. He hit that on the screws right to Ogles at short.
It hurt
Long
him.
throw out at first.
It hurt him defensively, but, man, he swung the bat. In first of the season, King, I think you've said it 3 or 4 times. He started out the season
He's 250.
210 or something.
Yeah, I think at one point in time he was hitting 250.
He's right at 400 now.
Yeah, with going into the, later in April. I mean, we're getting to the end of April here.
Well, he certainly does a couple things I like. As you guys know, I like guys who swing the bat hard. And
King with
look at here. He first pitch swing and popped it up.
I thought it went
Short
over the
right.
second baseman's head.
Oh, man. He hardly ever swings at the first pitch, guys. I'm kind of shocked.
He's trying to go yak down at the Hot Rod Stadium. He gets one free swing, Dad.
It's a good job there by the young right fielder for Allen County.
Call him off.
Yes.
Call off the infielder coming out and taking charge of the situation.
With 2 down now in the inning, we got a pitching change, guys.
This is just getting one of the younger guys on the mound.
Sure
right
it
here.
is.
It's
There's
a nice
nothing wrong
class
with
move
that.
right here by Coach. Get
Nothing wrong
get
with
one of the
that.
young guys in here. Been a beautiful day for baseball here at the ballpark. 2 of the hottest teams in the 4th region right now going into district play here in the 14th and 15th district tournaments this coming week, and just been a beautiful day and a good ball game.
Who we got coming in, guys? We get a number? It's
Number
Hobney,
10.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Hobney? Yep.
Matt Hobney.
Yep. He started out at second base. He's moved around. Now he's on the bump. If I'm not mistaken, guys, he's a junior, so he'll have next year. They got a lot of juniors on this team,
Allen
guys.
County's going to be tough next year.
Allen County's a very young ball team. I think outside of Stovall and Cooper, I'm not sure if they have any more.
They had one more guy. They beginning of the game.
Colin Keene, he opened up playing left field.
They done a 3 senior deal.
Yeah.
Guys, they got 8 juniors on this team, so you're looking at a big senior class next year for Coach Harwood.
They got to find a fine junior class and fine ball club. They're going to be a very solid team again next season. I believe they're going into the 15th district tournament this week, I believe, as a number 2 seed, and I believe they play Barron County.
Yeah, they do play Barron County.
Yes. Yeah, we were discussing that earlier. I wasn't for sure, but you're right. I believe you're right. What, Glasgow's got Monroe?
Glasgow has Monroe.
I tell you what, Coach Pettit's done a pretty good job up there with those guys at Monroe. They're a lot better than I remember from my time coaching at Warren Central.
Yeah, they do. He's done a good job up there, and got a couple good ball players there, and his son Spencer Pettit and also Jackson Arnett had a good season. I believe he's broke the home run record and maybe closing in on a couple other records up there this season.
That's awesome.
That's something the Dragons have done this year. Wally said individual, but as a team, man, we've done some amazing things this year. Doubles out. I don't know how many we've hit this year, but
we got probably 5 guys now, Doug, in double figures and doubles.
Oh, that's
pretty rare.
It's impressive.
Right there.
I think I counted the home runs at 29.
I think we're at 31 now. Somebody told me
31 was the record. So if that's the case, we tied the record. 31 was set my junior year. We hit 31 as a team.
And that's when Turner had 10.
That's the year Turner had 10.
Yeah, Turner has a single season record for homers. Yeah, and this big fella right here has got the single season record for batting average, Doug Talby. What about that? Did you know you're sitting with royalty right here?
As a matter of fact, I did know that.
Something you said earlier, it takes a lot of luck. I'm telling you, that season I had a lot of luck going on my side. And don't think that I couldn't drag bunt, because I would take advantage of it if they lay back.
Some good pitches right there by Matt Hobby. An 85-mile-an-hour fastball and a 74-mile-an-hour breaking ball.
Threw the ball well.
And located well.
That was Boone that went down swinging, wasn't it, guys?
Yeah, it was Boone.
That's going to end the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Dragons lead this thing 7-3. Back in a moment. All right, Doug Talbot, Jeff Vance. This is it. Bottom of the 7th.
Close out the season, regular season for the Dragons.
Look here, ground ball to the right side, going to get through. First pitch from Lowe, a base hit from Riggs. I like the way that guy plays, Dylan Riggs.
We got Spence playing first. Do you believe that?
Wow.
Wally moved to third. Max Gotke's in left field. Tyler Love's in center. Klein's back in right. Sweat still at second. King's at short. Looks like JV's still behind the plate.
Okay. There's your changes for the bottom of the 7th. Riggs leads off first. The pitch from Lowe outside. Throw down. I like to see the guys throw. I really do.
That's JV. I'd rather see Klein throwing it.
I like them when they're aggressive, don't you, Douglas?
Absolutely, and after JV is and Jeremy's played for Jeff Vance all these years, believe me, they'll be throwing down on every base. They'll have more pickoff plays and more guys throwing, and if you jump off that bag very far, they'll get you.
Swing
I've
and a
seen
miss.
it too many times.
Tell you what, Trevor's doing a pretty good job right here so far. Knock on wood.
We can finish this thing out.
He blew that one right by him. That's still Seth Pay up there hitting, fellas? I believe it is. Throw down, slides back in. It's going to run a count to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Seth. Dragons lead this thing 7-3. The 2-2 from Lowe. Pops it up out of play. I wonder how many balls we knocked out of play. We've knocked a ton out of there, ain't we?
Been a lot of foul balls.
I'm glad Allen County was a home team.
True, true. We'll do the 2-2 again. To the belt. The 2-2 from Lowe. Bounced it. Josh had no shot at that ball. He bounced that thing in about 50 feet.
Squeezed it a little bit instead and let it roll off those fingertips for the young man.
It's going to run this thing full. Let's don't let this guy reach, guys. I want to be comfortable right here and get this thing done.
I hear you. They're at the meat of their order.
Checker Riggs at second to 3-2.
Uh-oh.
That's out of here if it's fair.
Foul ball.
Foul ball.
Wow. Seth got a hold of that
Seth nailed that one right on the screws, guys.
I got out of the seat on that one.
We almost seen the second home run hit by a high school player at Bowling Green Ballpark.
Wally holds that, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Big
he's the
water.
only one so far.
He hit a moonshot. that clicked the fence when it went over last year, I think.
I believe you're right. That thing right there, he got on that quick, didn't he, Doug?
He sure did. His ball's tailing in, and that one there tailed in, and Seth turned on it. And
there's a shot down third foul.
You know, this
is where you would really like to have a changeup, Doug.
Yeah.
Because he would absolutely come out of his shoes if you had one to throw. I don't think T-Lo has that in their repertoire right now.
Yeah.
3-2 in this situation, you're probably going to have to challenge him and just see what happens.
There it is. Strike 3 called.
They owed us one on that.
Dennis Owen rings him up for the first out of the inning.
He knows it's getting late and it's still hot out here. It ain't cooled down though.
Bring in Cooper, swinging it from the left side. There's he corked it in the right. That's going to be a base hit right over Austin Sweat's head at second. The runners don't advance. What? I think he got did somebody decoy him right there?
No, I just think he was.
He just didn't know what to do, did he?
I think it froze him a little bit. Then Jeremy Klein was playing shallow, and Jeremy was right on that ball before he.
He was running in on it, ready to throw.
Yeah, I believe the guy, if he had a win, I believe we'd have had a play on him.
Well, you sure don't want to get doubled off to end the ball game, so that's probably a smart play. He bounced another one in. JV getting a workout down there, isn't he?
Yeah, Trevor's starting to labor just a little bit here, and it's probably on a hot day, and probably I don't know how much he's pitched lately.
He ain't feeling good either. He told me over there in the bullpen he didn't feel well.
The 1-0 to Ogles. He may need to get a visit, get him settled down just a touch. He just needs to slow himself down a little bit. 2 balls, no strikes to Chris Ogles. Now this is the thing you don't ever want, guys, the tie and run at the plate. I don't care if you're playing in,
most of the time,
out there in the Grand Canyon, you never want a team to have a chance to hit a long one to tie it up on you. And they're going to get a chance.
You missed all 4 pitches there low, and that's usually a sign that he's tired.
Yep. Here, humps at the top of the step, and I think we may get a pitch and change. Let's see what happens. He's doing a Lou Piniella walk. You know, God bless Humphrey. He's a Cub fan. What do y'all think about that? That poor guy.
Who's he looking for here?
He's looking around.
He's looking for help.
He's trying to find a pitcher while he's walking out. There's
Jake,
no worse feeling.
Jake, let's get the chant. Jake.
There's no worse feeling than you're walking to the mound, Doug and Jeff, and you're looking for a pitcher. You know what?
Hey, I understand.
He's getting heckled by Chase out here.
Chase Elliott hecking Hump.
Hollered at Humphrey, LaRussa.
All right, we're going to leave Lowe in there. Let's see. Oh, Jeff Vance, you know what we need? The 6-4-3, brother.
Hey, we ain't used
Boom, baby. Let's call it right now. Let's get the 6-4-3 and get out of here.
That's in love out there. Come on, Trevor.
That's 5 straight missing in the dirt, Doug.
I'm assuming there that Trevor told him he wanted to finish.
I'll wind up in the pitch from Lowe, and it is Lowe.
6 pitches in a row that's been low.
I hear Daddy up there. Throw the ball.
It's a dangerous hitter here for Allen County.
Oh, it
Matt
is.
Hobley's a very good hitter.
A lot of things can happen. Just a base hit, and you can cut this thing to 7-5, and then you still got a couple guys on. You know, it changes in a heartbeat on you.
Humphrey's going to take him out if he don't get this out right here. I guarantee it.
Personally, I never would let him pitch to that batter, guys. And here's the change coming now.
Well, I respect Coach Humphrey for, like I said, I'm
Give him a
assuming
shot,
that, assuming that Trevor wanted to work his way out of it and wanted the opportunity, and I appreciate the coach believing in him. But
absolutely,
at this point right here, I think Trevor's probably a little tired and probably need to make a pitching change.
We're going to go, who's that, Max Gocki?
Gocki, the freshman coming in.
Gocki's going to come on, see if he can't record the save right here. We got a save opportunity, boys. I have no idea.
What's that?
Well, who's in line if we can get it done, and I hope we do.
Tough spot here to bring a freshman in.
Oh, it is.
Bases loaded and only one out against a quality opponent.
Who they got up? Cooper? No. Who's coming up for them, King?
Who just walked on the last one? Was it Hobney?
Hobney.
Hobney just walked. It'll be Woods and Claiborne.
Well, they're at the.
You're getting towards the end.
7, 8, and 9's up. But Woods, at our place, Woods hit the ball as good as anybody that day.
Yes, he did.
Cards go 1, 2, 3 in the top.
Sweet. Hey, who's throwing for the Cards today? Chase, who's throwing for our Redbirds? Carp's going Sunday, isn't he? Sure. We're talking Cardinal baseball. Is there any better in the country? I don't think so. That Redbird tradition runs deep. Oh, we got Kyle Loesch going. Okay.
Hey, Monday, I seen where Big Wally's signing with Wesleyan, Kentucky Wesleyan, 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock at Warren Central.
I'm glad for the young man.
Absolutely. He's going to get a shot to do what he loves doing and get an education to boot. All right, bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th. Dragons now lead this thing 7-4. 1 out. Oh, they helped him with that one. It's going to get by Vance. It's going to get a run in, guys. They're a base hit away from tying the game. Tough break, a swing and a miss at the plate. Gets by our catcher.
I thought it hit his foot on the swing.
They're a base hit away, fellas, from tying this thing up, and that would be ridiculous. Coming in the inning, the Dragons were cruising right along. The 7-3 lead. The pitch from Gaki. Fouled it back.
Gaki's got a nasty.
Hey, look out.
Gaki's got a nasty little curveball for a freshman. Watch this thing if he throws it.
Well, let's see if he can get this one on strikes and make him get a 2-out hit to tie it up.
Big Top Levance. Is Levance going to do anything? Has he signed or is he going somewhere or still looking for options?
Shot up the middle. Base hit. Look at here. 1 run in. The throw to the plate. Cut off. That just tied the game, fellas. 4 runs now in the inning. And the Patriots come back to tie it at 7. I got to tell you, that's ridiculous. You got to close them out when we had the chance, guys.
Jeff, I believe Levance Anderson of Bowling Green High, I look for him to sign with Lackawanna Junior College out of Erie, Pennsylvania. And then he may do that on Monday.
That's a tough competitor right there, Levance Anderson. Corked it into right. Klein goes over. He makes the catch right at the wall. Guys, I got to tell you, that's 2 solid plays in right field by Jeremy Klein.
Sure is. For a guy that doesn't play out there that much, to cover that ground and especially on a field he's not really familiar with, that's a couple excellent catches. Let's see if Warren Central can get out of this now. And then, guys, we may get what we all wanted, a little bonus baseball here today.
How about that? The pitch from Gaki. Over but low, ball 1.
I'd be surprised if they don't just end this thing in a tie. I mean, they've thrown about every pitcher on the staff.
The pitch from Gaki. Well, I guarantee you, Allen County be wanting to win this thing now after battling back.
I just got off the phone with Bud Seelig, and he said no more ties in baseball.
2-0.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's a foul ball. I was going to say, he's got a shot at scoring on that, possibly. Well, Jeff Vance, you called it. Woods with the big hit.
I wish I wouldn't have called it. We'd be going to the house right now.
I was wanting that 6-4-3 earlier to get out of here. Got some yard work or something to do, I believe.
Lord, that's the last thing I want to do.
You keep forgetting today is Saturday. Cut up the middle, King
Whoa.
gloves. Flips it over to Sweat, and that's going to do it for the inning. You won't believe it, fans. After 7, Allen County comes back and plays 4 to tie it up 7-7. We're going to the 8th. Back in a moment. All right, bonus baseball, fellas. We're in the top of the 8th now. Strike 1 call to Michael Bush. What do you think about that, Douglas? We get a little bonus baseball here.
We sure do, and on a day like today, I don't mind a bit, I'll tell you.
The 1-0. Strike 2 called. Looks like he's splitting the outside corner right at the knees.
0-2.
It's like Allen County stayed with Hobdy on the mound.
The 0-2. Ground ball out to second. Scooped up, throw over to first. Stovall makes the play. I believe that's Stovall, and it is.
Yes.
Leadoff man gone for the Dragons.
Tyler Love getting a bat right here.
Let's see if the senior get him a knock. He had a big 3-run double the other night over at Warren Central on Senior Day. I'll wind up in a pitch. He was on that one, wasn't he? Fouled it straight back. Strike 1. Oh, come on back. I thought it was a little early to call the students back. I mean, they're having a field day today. That's a
good
nasty
pitch
pitch
right there,
wasn't it, guys?
It's a well-located pitch.
Thing is rolled right off the table on him. Love in a big hole now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. The Patriots plate 4 in the bottom of the 7th to push it to the 8th. That's low. Settle down. Settle down out there, young fella.
That's Dylan Riggs out there doing that hollering.
Come on, that ball's at his ankles.
His daddy used the same way. I'm going to get on Brad.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Tyler Love. Look at here, corked it in the right, down the line, foul. Almost had a good piece of hitting right there.
Sure was. Stayed with the breaking ball, looked like, and threw the bat out there at it and barely missed having a base hit.
That'd have been a big hit. The 2-2 coming to Love. That's low. It's going to run it full. That's a pretty good at bat so far for Tyler Love.
Excellent at bat.
Down in the count, he worked himself full. 1 out, nobody on for the Dragons. We're all tied up 7-7. The 3-2 to Love. Right up the middle here, played by the second baseman. Stovall throws him out at first. Stovall takes care of the first two Dragons with 2 outs and nobody on. Is that still T-Lo hitting in there?
That's T-Lo.
That's Trevor Lowe.
It's Trevor's type of pitcher right here. Somebody that got some velocity on it.
Let's see if we can tie into one right here. Way outside, ball 1. I see both teams, Jeff, had a 4-run innings in this game. We had ours in the 5th. They had theirs in the 7th. You know, you put those extra guys on with a walk here and there, you get you a base hit. That's how you lose a game like that. So wind up in a pitch. Corked it into the right center. That's going to be down for a base hit. They play it on 1 hop. I think T-Lo's got a couple safeties on the day.
Barreled it up on that one, stayed right on it, and hit it right where it was pitched.
Good piece of hitting. Chase Elliott's giving a steal sign. Chase, I agree with you. I'm going to run just because. If you get thrown out, whoop-de-doo. If you go to the 9th, you still got a really good leadoff man in Josh Vance. Ground ball, first pitch, right at Cooper down there at first. He's going to step on it for the out. We go to the bottom of the 8th. We're all knotted up, 7-7. Back in a moment. All right, bottom of the 8th getting underway. Stovall going to lead this thing off.
Gotke's still on the mound.
Hey, they got 1, 2, 3 up this inning. It could spell doom for the Dragons. Let's see if Gotke can keep them off balance here.
I like what Humphrey did. Wally went to the pen and throwed a few pitches. He left Gotke on the mound. There ain't no sense in Waldrop going out there. Now, we get bases loaded and nobody out, he may bring Wally in, but ain't no sense in taking a chance on spraining an ankle, getting a line drive hit back.
2 balls, no strikes on Stovall. The pitch from Gaki. Swing and a miss.
Nice off speed. 2-0 right there. Had him looking on dead red and pulled the string on him.
He got him, didn't he, Douglas?
Sure did.
He's looking in that fastball count and got the old off speed. It's a nice pitch. 66 miles an hour on the Hot Rod's gun. I'll run the count to 2-2 on Stovall. We'll wind up in the pitch. The floater. I believe that was the Ephus pitch, boys, at 55 miles an hour. I'd have swung at it. Though. The 3-2. There's a base hit right over King at short.
And there goes Humphrey to the mound for the 7th time this inning.
And he's taking a Lou Pinella walk.
We may see the big show after all.
I'm not understanding this. Let's see what happens here. Gaki. Wow. We're going to take a break right here for some cuss words. Back in a moment. All right. I think we got all the cuss words out. We got Waldrop taking the hill. The winning run down at first base with Stovall.
I got to be betting at Riggs and putting this down right here.
I was thinking the same thing, Jeff.
Young man probably can handle the bat very well. Shows bunt, and he chops it right down to third. Bush comes up, makes the play at first. Look here! Oh, if he throws in behind him, he's in trouble.
That's Sheldon. If he throws in behind, it liable to land out here by us.
True.
He
not the strongest of
not
wings.
Not the strongest of them. Not the most accurate thing I've seen all year.
Well, who we got up here, Seth?
Seth,
I ain't pitching to this guy. Would you?
Very carefully here with first base open.
I'd set up the double play and just walk him.
Guys, you forget who's on the mound.
Pops it up. Center field comes on, makes the catch.
Trevor about lost
Guys, that
ball.
was trouble right there. He
about
lost that one.
That.
So what, we got 2 pitches and 2 outs?
2 pitches, 2 outs.
If he throws 3 pitches and 3 outs, Humphreys looks like a guru.
And we will give him all the credit on the world here on the broadcast.
Hey, he gets out of this thing. You guys come in, score in the
we got 3, 4,
top
5.
of the inning. He picks up a win here.
He gets another victory on the season.
That's right.
Adds another one to his win list.
The pitch. Little upstairs, ball 1. 11, yeah. Absolutely. Try not to count it and see what happens. You'll get your eye poked out by Steph. Strike 1 called. That evens it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Cooper. Young fella can handle the bat, guys.
Yeah, he liable to get one right here to end the game.
King jockeying in behind the runner at second. Off speed.
Watch the box right there, T-Lo. Don't get hurt, dude.
Come on, a little effort right there. Catch that ball. Just kidding.
Wally can pitch every day and not have a day off.
Hey, the left field people are giving love. They're heckling him. Should have caught that ball. The 1-2.
Whoa.
Way outside. That's going to
Good
even the
pitch there.
count.
Just a
Good
little
pitch.
bit outside.
First base open here with a lefty at the plate on a nice 1-2 pitch. You want to hit a spot right here. You don't want to give him anything he can pull.
Waldrop to the belt. The 2-2 pitch coming.
Curveball.
Swing and a miss.
Like a changeup.
Struck him out with the change. Waldrop gets out of the jam for the Dragons.
I agree with Mr. Ward Productions over himself. We should have done that the last inning.
We're going to go to break. After 8, we're all tied up, 7 up. All right. Top of the 9th. About to get underway. Bonus baseball at the Hot Rod Stadium on this beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Klein squared like he was going to lay one down. Seth let it go.
That ball went right by Seth. He's back catching again, isn't he?
Yeah.
Looks like everybody's kind of back into the normal position for some of them.
2-0 Hobley's still on the mound.
This is the third inning, guys, I think.
Allen County is going for the victory right here.
They're trying to win this thing.
Don't blame them at all. A win is a win.
Klein up in the count 2-0. I'd like to see him be a little patient right here, Jeff. Attaboy. 3 balls, no strikes. Let's get the leadoff man on and get the big wheel turning. I'll wind up in the pitch.
He calls that a strike. I'm coming up there and saying something to him.
Well, easy, big fella. I'll have to hold him in his seat.
He started to raise the arm.
Hey, it looked like it. Dennis Owens is thinking, I didn't sign on for these extra innings. I want to tell you something, guys. If he hits a home run, we will never be able to live with him again. His head will be so swelled.
Chase, we'll get him to sign a ball and give it to you if he hits one out right here.
The leadoff walk to Klein. The Dragons are in business here in the top of the 9th.
I
Pitch to Waldrop.
I guarantee you he's going for the home run right here.
I'd just take a little gapper right in front of me, wouldn't y'all?
I'll take one of them little
Klein would score on it, I
duck
guarantee
snorts
it.
he had there
So
earlier.
is the bunt out of the question here, guys?
I think
Yeah,
so.
the bunt's out.
The shot up the middle, base hit for Waldrop.
Klein, if I'm Klein, I run on Riggs right there. Riggs ain't got a strong arm. He's accurate, but he don't have a strong arm.
Now, Doug, here's the thing. You asked about the bunt. We really haven't done it all year with these guys that are hitting this inning. I doubt that you'd see it again.
We got Stovall wanting the ball. Look, we got Stovall going to the mound. Coach, can I throw next?
Give him the ball.
Coach, can I throw?
So, I mean, I would be surprised if you would see the bunt the way that Beckner's hit the ball. Even in this game, he's got a couple doubles on the day.
Well, I agree with it. You've got the potential winning run already in scoring position. I'm going to take 3 chances to get him home instead of 2, I think.
Me too. To the belt, the pitch to Beckner. Strike one called.
Preston's already barreled a couple up this afternoon, and with the season he's having, I certainly would let him hit.
No balls, 1 strike to Preston Beckner. We're in the top of the 9th, all tied up at 7. Dragons on first and second.
No outs.
Nobody out. The leadoff walk to Klein. The base hit up the middle by Waldrop. We got a pinch runner down there for Wally, don't we? Who is that? Justin Smith, maybe?
I believe it is.
The 1-1 to Beck. He holds up. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Doug, you got the pool open yet?
As a matter of fact, it is.
Oh, son.
Hey, we just found somewhere to go this
Pool
afternoon,
party,
baby.
Talby's house.
Oh, it
Big
is,
tall.
it is up and going.
The 2-1 to Beckner. Pops it up on the infield. Stovall goes out. And he does drop it.
It's infield fly. He called infield fly.
They call it infield fly right there, and that's going to do it. Reasonable effort. Smart play by Stovall. Trying to see if he can get the double play.
I don't think he intentionally done that, but it sounded good.
Well, who knows? I've done it once, haven't you, Jeffrey?
Oh, more than once.
I think most of the time, I think umpires are normally trained not to call that unless someone's camped under, and I never saw anyone camped under that. But,
No, I mean, look how far out in the outfield
but
it
the
was.
rule is there to protect the base runner, so
Yes.
I certainly understand it.
Jacob King at the dish. Let's see if he can get the Dragons a run right here. He's coming in 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI single, a walk, and a K. Let's see what he can do. Come on, Jacob. Your old man's getting tired. Get a hit. The 0-1 steps off. I like to see that patience of him. Last time I think he was up, he swung on the first one and popped out to right.
Right.
Showing a little more patience this at bat. The 0-1 to King. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Don't know what he was doing there.
Like he may have threw him a little fork ballish or something. 76 miles an hour wasn't a breaking pitch, but it was some kind of an off-speed pitch there.
Let's go. Toes on the plate, bud. Go to right center here. 0-2 to Jacob. Let's see if he can come through for the Dragons.
There it is.
Oh, can you believe that?
Good base running there by the Jeremy Klein and the young man at first base to get back there.
A good piece of hitting by King, but the line drive right to Stovall for the second out. Daggone it.
2 out leads here.
Base hit.
Man at
Klein's
second
gonna
base,
score.
base hit. Klein should score.
Who's hitting right here, guys? That's still
Boone.
Boone Simmons. Let's see if Boone can get on. Whoa!
Nice pickup by Seth right
Look
there.
at there. Threw that one over his head. Seth Pay was able to corral it. No advancement by the Dragons runners. Boy, a little more air under that one, Douglas, and we got ourselves an 8-7 ball game.
Sure do.
You know, but that's the thing, coaching Jacob, coming up as a young fellow, we worked on that time and time again. He don't really worry about hitting with 2 strikes. He likes going the other way in that situation. He almost pulled it off. 2-0 to Boone. Probably would have let that one go.
Yeah, these are 2 good ball clubs. It's the first time I've seen you guys play in person in a little bit, and I tell you, you guys got a lot of hitters that keep your swing on playing through the strike zone. Very impressive team to watch hit.
The 2-1 to Boone Simmons. Strike 2 called over the outside corner. Guys, we got the deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on.
You going to put them in motion here? You're going to wait one more pitch?
You got to wait one more.
Probably wait one more. Now this changes some things right here with a guy running. You know, if you fumble it in the middle infield, you can't get the force.
Just got to make sure he don't inside move him back to second. You got to make sure he commits to the plate here.
Absolutely. The 3-2 runners will be going. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Pops it up on the infield. See if they got a play on that ball. Went off one guy. Looks like Cooper back to pay, and then it hit the ground. Oh, let's make him pay, fellas. Let's make him pay for that indiscretion.
Got to take advantage of that opportunity right there.
The ball should have been caught. Looks like Cooper was coming in. Makes the right play. He needs to take control. Goes off his glove, then goes off pay, and then it hits the ground.
I ain't for sure the sky didn't have a little something to do with that.
Here we go. We'll do the 3-2 again. The runners will be going with the pitch. There they go. Ball 4. I like the bases loaded.
We got Bush coming up, right?
It's good at bat right there by Boone.
Michael Bush.
Ball's above his hands there, and he lets it go by for ball 4. Now you got the bases loaded, which that run from third now can score many, many more ways than he could from second.
You got that right, Douglas. You know, the thing about loading them up, a pitcher, a lot of things can happen here.
That's right.
You know, he has to throw strikes. Bush cuts it the first one, fouls it straight back, strike 1.
He had a pretty good swing on that. He was on it.
Let's see if Michael can do it again for the Dragons. Had a big 2-out hit back in the 4th to give us a 3-2 lead. Runners get their lead, the 0-1 to Bush. Bounces in.
Pass ball would work fine for me right here.
Jeremy's got to get a better walking lead than he had right there. That ball was bounced, and I thought Jeremy got a little late break on it.
You got to think yourself, you need to score. If you see something in the dirt, be ready to go.
He should be getting a walking lead right there right now.
1-1. Popped it up on the infield. That should do it. Ogles goes out. Wait a minute. Look out.
No,
he makes the – I think he lost that ball.
He's seen it the whole time. Don't pull that.
Wow, what a play by Ogles.
He extended both arms out. I believe he lost it temporarily there.
Caught it on the way down.
He certainly wasn't under it by any means.
We go to the bottom of the 9th. We're all tied 7-up.
Two.
All right, here we go. We go to the bottom of the 9th. We're all tied up at 7. 7 runs on 10 hits, 1 error for the Dragons. 7 run, 10 hits, 4 errors for Allen County-Scottsville. Waldrop back on the hill. Throws a breaking ball. It started off, ball 1.
This game just approached the 2-hour and 55-minute mark, Sean.
Wow, that's too long for a high school game, Douglas.
It's
strike 1 call.
Only appropriate on field day at Warren Central today.
Yeah.
We getting our money's worth for the tickets we sold for the hot rods.
The 1-1 to Ogles. Cut on. That's a little duck snort in the center. Ogles with a base hit.
He got that breaking ball up a little bit there, and certainly didn't barrel it up, but he got enough on it to hit it where nobody was.
A leadoff man on for the Patriots.
See if they move him into position right here.
Let's see, it's Hobney, I believe, hit him. See if they bunt him over, and they do. Fastball upstairs, ball 1. You know, I do like elevating the fastball a little bit right here, Doug, to see if he can pop it up.
I agree.
A lot of guys will miss, get that thing in the air, get a cheap out. That thing hard down the first base line. Even a count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
You certainly want to stay away from the off-speed pitch here if you can. That's a much easier pitch to bunt and bunt softly than the fastball, especially the fastball. Like you said, if it's rising on him, who knows, he may pop this thing up or bunt it hard where you've got to either play it second or pop up.
The 1-1 coming from Waldrop. Ground ball out to second, Sweat over to King. Tell you what, that's the inexperience of, I believe, Sweat over there. It took forever to get that thing to Jake. You got to get rid of it quickly. We got a shot.
Stayed back on it a little bit, Sean. I'm not too sure he couldn't have come up and got it and tagged the runner through the first base if he'd have kept charging it.
Jeff, that is Sweat, and I think it is.
That is Sweat.
Oh, wait a minute, that might be Hardiman.
No, that's Sweat.
You sure?
Yeah. Hardiman went to the outfield this year.
That's right.
After all the.
Yeah, you're right. There's a number. Yeah, he got to come get that ball to make it a double play. Hopefully it won't hurt the Dragons. Let's see if Wally can get around it. There's a base hit.
Throw behind him, Klein.
Tell you, Klein has been an absolute cat out there in right field.
He has, and he's just jumping on everything.
He is. Looks like he's playing Rover.
2 hits now in the inning for the Patriots. The winning run stands out there at second base with 1 out. Claiborne will come in. He had a big hit earlier. Had the big double that broke the tie in the bottom of the second. We're taking out.
Spence Sheldon going to second.
Yeah, Spence is going to second.
That don't make no sense to me.
Boone's at first now. Guess he's tightening up his defense. All right, let's see if Wally can work out of a jam. Winning run down at second, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th.
Tell you one thing, from what I see right now, guys, a base hit to right field, I'm more predict will not score the winning run.
If he comes up with it, he's probably not going to.
He's playing awfully shallow, and with the way he's breaking on the ball, I'm going to say a base hit to right's not going to score the guy from second base.
Claiborne in a hole, no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. To the belt, the pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Boone will kill it over there. He strike 2. I just heard somebody say we need to strike this guy out. I agree. A K would be nice right here, or a double play ball.
Shane up 0-2 here. Shane's got enough experience here to know it's time to hit a spot.
The 0-2 from Waldrop. Corks it out there to second. They're going to get the out at first. Runners will move up 90 feet.
Now pass ball or anything gets you beat right here.
It's a good job right there by Spence Sheldon. The ball took him toward first base. He went ahead and took the out. Didn't try to do anything there where he's going to have to spin back around and potentially have a close play at second base. Best thing to take the out there, get the second out of the inning.
That's a good analysis right there, Dougie T. Anytime you got a guy moving away from the ball, they're probably going to bounce it. They're going to be off balance. They throw the thing in the left field, the game's over. Now you get to live to hit another batter. Let's see if we can get out of it. The winning run down at third, now 2 down. The pitch from Waldrop. Fouled it straight back. Picked on a high fastball. Waldrop ahead. No balls, 1 strike.
If I'm Shane in this situation right here, with first base being open, I'm gonna throw to a spot 4 times, and either I'm gonna get you out,
Well, this kid just
or
come
I'm gonna
off.
walk you.
This is kid's first at bat right here, so he's stiff too. I'd go at him just like Shane is right there at him.
Swung at 2 high fastballs above his hands.
I mean, you sit for 2.5 hours over in
Sure.
the dugout, and you come up to face
Well,
Wally.
think about the ride over. You know, you got a 30-minute ride over or so for Allen County. I'm sure they had to leave
Tough
early.
call right here. You might be doing him a favor here, throwing him a breaking ball. You may want to stay with the fastball.
Josh Vance has got to block this baseball right here with every little meat on his bones.
I'd go with the heater, Douglas. The pitch.
He did.
Fouled it off again.
I don't think I'd speed his bat up.
Nope.
I'd keep staying with it. Might try to ride him up and in a little
I'd
bit.
go one more up and in. If he fouled it off, I'd drop one right on the outside corner, about 6 inches outside.
We're 1 pitch away from getting out of this pickle here in the bottom of the 9th. To the belt. The 0-2 from Waldrop. Oh, an extra coat of paint saved him on that one.
Extra coat.
These dadgum metal bats. He'd have been out with a wood bat.
Already have been splintered right there.
Holy cow.
I think Josh got to tell him right there. I don't believe that's where Josh wanted that pitch there on 0-2 still. Don't get impatient here. You're still working ahead in the count.
The 0-2 coming from Waldrop. The winning run at third, 2 down here in the bottom of the 9th.
This son of a
Fouled
gun.
it off again off the Wendy's sign. Hey, one of our sponsors.
This dude's hanging like
Wendy's.
This dude's hanging like a booger, dude.
Old-fashioned hamburgers.
84-mile-an-hour fastball right there, and the kid's hanging in there on the 0-2 count.
Gotta love that girl in the pigtails.
Let's try the fastball away here one time,
There
Shane.
you go. Now you.
There we go. The 0-2 from Waldrop.
Josh setting up inside again.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. He threw him the breaking pitch and struck him out.
Wally's talking.
We go to the
Wally's
10th,
talking.
and we're all tied at 7. All right, we just loaded up the second DVD here. This game is lasting forever.
Oh, we're getting our money's worth here at the Hot Rods Stadium.
The War production guys,
Overtime.
Patrick and Junior Duff, doing the job. Lays down a bunt, gets off the mound, just nips him at first. Who was that? Jordan Ward?
Jordy Ward.
Almost got a leadoff bunt right there.
It's a nice bunt.
He did a good job right there, Doug, of getting off the mound and getting over and getting the ball.
Probably a lot of pitchers wouldn't have been able to make that play, but with Hobby being an excellent infielder, I think that helped him in that situation.
With one down, we got the leadoff man, Trevor Lowe. Way outside, ball one. Let's get something going right here, guys.
At some point in time, we call this thing off.
I think this is the last inning. Something's going to happen right here, guys. Yeah, they're going all the way out with Hobby out there, ain't they, Doug? What is this?
It looks that way.
He come in. When did he come in? The 6th?
He came in with the last out in the 7th.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's probably their number 3. They're probably going with Stovall and then Ogles.
We'll have Stovall and Ogles.
Yeah. The 3-0 coming to Lowe. Strike one called.
Took something off that one.
He did. Come in at 75 up on the board.
Get a double right here. JV get a double. Klein get a home run. Let's end this thing.
He swung at ball 4 and hit the thing twice. Does it count for 2 strikes?
Wow.
You see that hit on the front side, hit on the back side.
He was guessing. He was absolutely guessing on that pitch.
Believe you get penalized only in golf on that, don't you, Kingy?
I think so.
Oh, y'all count that?
There you go, the all-time shaver. Hey, corked it right up here in the left center gap. That's going to be a leadoff double.
Don't drop it, son.
For Trevor Lowe. Look at here. Uh-oh. He gets back.
I believe I called that. Here we go. Now Now we got JV coming with the double right here.
Let's go back-to-back doubles. You want to.
Hey, get a hit, son.
Another swing right on plane there for the Dragons. Barreled up by Trevor Lowe.
Trevor Lowe drove that one, didn't he? That's a home run at Warren Central, Doug.
Sure is.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah. That thing hit right here.
Hit about 5 feet from the warning track here.
In left center.
We're 345 in our alley.
He's shorting up there. I couldn't see.
Yeah, he
kind of drawing him in a little bit.
He's looking at the third baseman playing back.
Yeah. I tell you what, he's playing. Here
you know what? He picks it up and throws it away and we score. I pat him on the back.
He's still fairly deep.
Well, that's because Ray told him to stay off the grass today.
We're going to get an assist from Ray Sayre. He told the Patriots, stay off the grass, would you? The 1-0. What? He offered that thing?
Pitch looked a little high there.
Oh, my gosh. Dennis Owens must have called that he offered it because that thing was way high.
Looked like you've got an inexperienced third baseman here, and I think Josh is trying to take advantage of him.
I'd like to see him poke it right at him here on this little bunt attempt. Swinging away, fouls it straight back.
Pretty good rip right there.
Josh can handle the bat. Let's see if he can do it right here with 2 strikes.
Come on, son.
One ball, 2 strikes on Joshua Vance. Let's see if he can get the big hit. Lowe gets his lead off second. Pops it up. Cooper has a play over by the dugout. He makes the catch.
If you ain't going to swing no better than that, bunt it.
I'll leave it up to Klein. He's had a couple of hits on today. Let's see if he can get another one. With 2 down now in the inning, Lowe anchored at second. The pitch. There's a base hit into center.
Score.
We may have a play at the plate here, guys. He's coming up. The throw is wide. Klein comes through with the RBI single. He moves up to second on the throw home, and the Dragons take the lead.
I'm gonna tell you
8-7.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's what's made the Dragons the way they are this year.
That's how we won 25 games.
That's how we won this game. We don't quit. We battle. We stay in there. You pass it back to the next man, and he'll do his job.
Jeremy Klein comes out with a big 2-out RBI, Doug Talby. What do you think about that piece of hitting?
That's a good piece of hitting. Again, you know, that bat right on plane through the strike zone. I tell you, very impressive.
Waldrop at the plate. Ground ball up the middle.
Nice
What
play.
a stop by
Nice
Stovall.
play.
Out at first.
Look at Wally.
What a play by Devin Stovall. You won't find a
play.
better play in high school. That took away a run right there, guys.
I tell you, I thought he took a great angle to the ball, just keeping it in the infield and saving a run, and then to make the throw from his knee was excellent.
Unbelievable. Leaves his feet, dives, catches it, comes up throwing, and nabs the speedy Waldrop at first base.
Wally's limping, dude.
Well, he's limping because his feelings are hurt. He just got robbed. We go to the bottom of the 10th. The Dragons plate 1 now lead 8-7. Back in a moment. That.
You don't got to worry about time either.
Okay, here we go. Dragon fans of all over the globe. We're up 8-7. We're going to the bottom of the 10th. We got the big senior right-hander, Tyler Love. Wow. Let's see if he can get 1, 2, 3, Jeff and Doug, and let's get out of here.
He was hollering for the ball back about 4 innings ago. Let's see
he's got it now, don't he?
Let's see how much he wanted this thing.
Ball wind up in a pitch from Love.
80 mile an hour. Lost the headset.
Ball one high.
Getting too hot out here.
Ball wind up in the pitch from Love. Cut on, fouled off to the right side. That's going to even the count.
Got the guy in the. Oh!
Look out, boy!
Hey, got it there.
He picked it up on a 12 bouncer.
Tyler can come in and get the save here. He will certainly
what about that,
earn his
Doug?
keep with the top of the order up for Allen County.
Wow.
Strike 2 called, 80 miles an hour.
Where you been all year, son?
Where you been the last 4 years?
Let's see.
Doug, he played for you on that Bearcat club we had as 7th graders.
Mm-hmm.
The kid's always had a good arm. There's a shot out there. That's a base hit.
Fastball up.
Got that thing a little bit on the inside there.
What the heck? And Jordan just threw it over Jake's head.
It's one thing, as Tyler's a very inexperienced pitcher.
Yep.
Against a team like this, you can't leave it in the middle of the plate.
No, you got to get on the corners. Whether it's in or whether it's out, get it on the corners.
Yep.
If you're going to score 1, score 2. If you're not, don't score at all.
A leadoff hit right there.
A tie gets you a point in hockey.
We got too many. We got too many people out here with the opportunity to get hurt right now.
The pitch. Ball gets by. See, that's the one thing that really hurts Tyler when he goes into the stretch position.
I was thinking the same thing, Sean. With a relative inexperienced pitcher, probably doesn't have very much practice at all throwing from the stretch.
No, he does not. Let's see if he can wiggle out of this thing. A base hit on a two-strike count. Now a wild pitch, and the Patriots got the tie and run with Stovall down there at second.
Yeah, he's going to be bunting again.
The pitch. Just took it off. I get some sun. I gotta listen to the old battle axe.
King's trying to blind the batter from out here, dude.
It looks like kind of like a strobe light, doesn't it?
Look.
The old disco lights.
There's the bunt. Right down at third. Bush. Out at first. Good play.
I tell you what, Spence Sheldon was over there backing that thing up. Good thing, because it about got away from him right there.
It's a nice play right there by Michael Bush. Good read. Get the ball. Get the out.
I tell you, Doug, we have become accustomed with nice play, knock on wood, by Michael Bush all year at third base.
He certainly is a fine-looking freshman.
Dragons playing the infield in for Seth. Right
well,
now.
they're not going to give him the run. A ground ball to short gets you the run at normal position. So, Stovall can run a little bit. So, the Dragons are rolling the dice and see if they can hit it right at one of our guys and maybe get Stovall on a run down and get him out.
I think it's the right call.
I do too. Here's the pitch. But I tell you, right now you got to throw strikes here. That's the winning run at the plate. And I do not want to walk him to get him over there. A lot of things can happen on that. The 2-0 from Love. There's a base hit. We're tied up. Even if he's back, he's not going to get that ball. I don't think.
And now you scored one. Go on and score another one. Let's go to the house. This game absolutely means nothing to me.
Seth dropped the bat head on a couple of the last at bat when hit the long foul ball. Then this time he was able to drop the bat head on it and hit it hard into left field.
This is a very experienced hitter with Cooper now at the plate. The advantage has to go to Allen County at this point. Ground ball. Let's see if we get the double play. Spence over to King. King over to first. Out at first. And we turn. 4, 6, 3.
Call a game.
And we'll go to the 11th inning.
No, that's it. They just shook hands, fellas. Let's end this thing.
Let's see what they're doing.
There's no need to keep going right here. Absolutely none. Good game.
That's going to end it, guys. We're going to end this thing in a tie. We went to 10. It's an 8-8 tie. 26 errors.
26 errors.
Oh, 26 hits. My bad. I'm delirious from the sun.
Come on, King.
5 errors on 26 hits combined.
The one error for the Central was the play to first base.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. That was it. Hey.
Doug, appreciate it, dude.
Thank you, Dougie T. Appreciate you coming out. There's the totals. We'll see if we're going to talk to anybody here in a minute.
Hope to see you guys Tuesday night.
Oh, yeah, it's up now.
We up and live. Okay, hey, we're back to the post-game show with head coach Shane Humphrey and assistant coach Jason Gibson. Guys, let's go to Hump first. What kind of game was that?
Everybody gets to play. It's almost like Pee-wee. We try to get everybody in that was on a varsity schedule or a roster, and even got to see an appearance by the Love Doctor out there on the mound.
What about that?
Hey, at least he didn't do no more damage than what he had to. His ERA can only go down.
True.
He did a good job. Everybody else did a good job today. You can see why some of the guys are backups instead of starters. That got us there a little bit. What really killed us, bringing the freshman pitcher in, Max. He left that 0-2 curveball up that got hit, and all he had to do was nail that bad boy down the dirt, and he probably had that kid chasing on that one. So, just a little bitty stuff.
And I think we'd have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure we talked about that on the broadcast. That inexperience on that pitch. When he's up, you got to hit a spot. He left it in, and, he got a base hit. Now, Gibby, I want to ask a question to you because, I've watched these guys play, these kids. I've known all of them for a long time. I love the way we swing the bat.
Oh, yeah, I agree. The kids, they come out today, they're aggressive, ready to swing the bat. Playing in a stadium like this, you got to love it. You got to take advantage of it. It's not something you get to do every day. The kids was up there, they was aggressive. It was a hard-fought game. Everybody battled.
There was one point where we had runners on first and second. I think Beckner was up.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Doug Talby, my buddy Doug Talby, out with us, and we had Vance, and we're going around, discussing will you bunt? And I said, there's no way. We haven't bunted all year with Beck and King and those guys, Waldrop, Beck, King. They're hitting.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hitting, and I love the way we go to swing it. I love it.
Yeah, that's what we try. The philosophy we try to teach. Really, 1 through 6, pretty good hitters, and their averages speaks for themselves. So, I don't want to take the bat out of their hand unless it's a game situation. But Preston, I think before that he was like 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and a gap.
Yeah, he went to the right center field gap and then back to the left center field gap.
You don't want to take the bat out of his hand and have him lay one down when he can do damage by parking one out of this ballpark.
Absolutely.
That's almost stupid. That's like asking Pujols to lay down a bunt with with somebody on base. You don't. His job is to swing the bat. And that's what Preston's job is. He's to swing the bat and drive the runs in.
I hear you. Well, back to you, Gibby. This is your first full season with the Spring Dragons. You got to do a little coaching over the summer. How you like it?
I enjoy it. It's something that, I really enjoy doing, coming out here, working with the kids, getting to see them grow up and grow into, good young men. And out here not just on the field, but, in life in general. And, we got a good group of kids. I love it. I enjoy working with them.
We appreciate all the hard work. Back to you in a minute, One Hump. I want to ask you a question. Was Walter bugging you to death for the ball down there, especially in the 7th inning?
No, he was bugging me about going to play right field.
Oh.
That's the whole thing.
Hey, I don't know about you, but at the D1 level, we just may have found a position for Jeremy Klein.
Oh,
he put on a clinic in right field today.
Well, I've told him many times. I said, you're a little undersized. You swing the bat, but you're very athletic. I said, a lot of guys, they want their catchers to be these big burly guys that, basically got to squat down and they can block the ball. But I told him your next level may be, if you want to go D1, maybe as an outfielder. He runs like a deer. He got a nice arm on him. He can hit for power, hit for average. He's a 5-tool player behind the plate. He's not. Out in the outfield, he could be.
He could be. I love the play next to the wall. He went over there like he's played that corner 100 times on the ball he caught up against the wall and then threw a BB right back into the infield. I work down here with Ray and the boys on the grounds crew. You won't see a professional player make a better play than that one right there.
No, that was pretty good. And the play made before that, the diving catch.
Yes.
Not getting much rep out in right field or the outfield. He took a little bit of bad route on that. Took a little, what we call a little J hook on that one instead of running straight to it. So that's the reason. He still had to make a diving catch for it, but he made it harder than what it had to be. But that's him being athletic, and with him being athletic, he's able to make plays like that, come up and throw a BB in, and hopefully somebody will see this and say, hey, not behind the plate, but out in the field, young man. That's where you can play.
I think he can play out there, no doubt. Let me ask you about the speedster Waldrop. What a play by Stovall on that ball. That's a big play right there. We played another run. If that ball gets through, we played another run, and we go up 9-7 instead of 8-7.
Yeah, that's
and you win the game.
Yeah, that's probably the only person that could have made that play with Stovall with his arm.
Yes.
Even though he almost did a banana hook on that when
he did,
his feet
he?
went up real high, but he had a strong enough arm to get up. And Wally's not the greatest of speed, but he was able to throw the guy out, and
Yeah, it's a great play.
It was a good play.
Well, guys, I'm going to wrap it up with you. Listen, let's go out Monday and take care of business. and take those Gators down at home. I think we owe them a few over there anyway, don't we, Hump?
Yeah, so it's like we were talking about the other day. We've never been very good playing at their place, and against them, something's always ugly happens. So hopefully the Monday, since this team's made a lot of history these past 2 seasons, these seniors should go out very proud of themselves the way that we played these last 2 years. And so hopefully we can do some damage over Monday night.
Talking about how these guys, I mean, right now you're looking at almost 50 wins over the last 2 seasons after struggling with these senior sophomore year. I think we went 11 and 15.
Yeah.
And now over the last 2 seasons, they're pushing 50 wins. You got to be proud about that.
Well, I am proud. I think a lot of the parents wanted to have me on the chopping block after that sophomore season with some of them, but it's a mere fact of, I played them when they were young. I was playing the freshmen and sophomores and setting the juniors and seniors because they were the ones I was going to have to build around. They were the ones that were going to have to play. And I bit the bullet that year after Luke and Proctor left, but I bit the bullet knowing what I had to do and knowing what, looking ahead of time. And, it turned around and reaped benefits for us last year, and it's reaped benefits for us this year as well with the way that the boys played. I mean, I like to be able to sit back and just let the boys smash because that's what they like to do. And, with guys on the mound with Vance and Wally and Preston threw a good game today. And then Trevor, I think they had him topped out, 90 today? I mean, when you got athletes, you got to let them play. You can't hold them back.
Yeah, Trevor threw the ball well. Well, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Gibby, I want to thank you for all your hard work.
I appreciate
Coach Humphrey, good luck on Monday. Let's get it done. Hey, that's going to do it here at the Hot Rod Stadium where we end up in a tie. This is like Bud Selig all over again in the All-Star game.
Almost like kissing your sister.
I think we tied up at 8-8, but it's a very enjoyable game. We'll see you on Monday. Go Dragons. King is out.
All right.